Hello everyone and welcome to build up to a game of Brentford against West Ham United. Just to kick off just over 1 hour away, which lineups will be with us in 5 minutes. But before we get into that, we better say hello to Gonzo. How you doing?
We better say hello to Gonzo. I'm doing well, mate. We better say hello to Geo as well. How are you?
Tired, but I'm excited for today, actually. And of course, hello to everybody joining us in the live chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on it early doors because you're nice people, most of you. Most of you are nice people. But anyway, Gonzo, is the pressure on West Ham today or is the pressure off West Ham? Obviously, results have gone massively in our favour. Wolves got beat by Newcastle. Then Everton done us a favour by beating Manchester United. Obviously, Brighton beat Arsenal as well. So only Tottenham won, which was expected. But 3 defeats for 4 of the teams around us. Does that put the pressure on West Ham to capitalise? Pardon me. Or does that take the pressure off because the other ones have all messed up as well?
Well, I like to think the former. And we have a tradition. It's funny, I was listening to the radio yesterday and the Tottenham fans were on the radio declaring how they weren't Spursy anymore. And I don't mind that term, but because we got one, people call it the West Ham way. It's not just playing nice football, bringing players through the academy. It's actually, is being the same thing when there is... It's beating the top teams and doing well, and then losing against teams that you're probably supposed to beat, which West Hamitis often refer to it as. This would be a good case. That it's a really good opportunity for West Ham to show that that's a thing of the past. That we have a resilience now. There's always streaky teams in the Premier League. Always has been. Always will be. And actually, for all the uplift in Arsenal. That is sort of what Arsenal have done since Arsene Wenger left, which is they can have a little patch of brilliance and then they sort of dip again. So we have to take advantage of this sort of stuff. Tottenham, obviously, it looks as if they have sorted themselves out and they've got a really good team and a great shape and this, that, and the other. But the Wolves one was huge, Gio. I feel that the Wolves one was huge because I don't feel that they're burdened like Manchester United are. Anything Wolves do this season is a surprise. So we need them to have a little dip. We got to capitalise on it. This is really actually the next 2 games. I know I say this consistently until the end of the season, but the next 2 games are hugely important for us, and so the pressure's on.
Yeah, I think the pressure's on us as well. We have to take chance here because we've got some really difficult fixtures between now and the end of the season. Man City. A few months ago, I was looking at a Man City game thinking, they'll have the title wrapped up by then. We should be okay there. But now all of a sudden, this title's bang on. Well, they play Liverpool later today. But at the minute, it looks like the second last game of the season. City are going to have to come to our place and win in order to stay in or clinch the Premier League title. So that game's just got a lot more difficult. We obviously play Arsenal in there. And as well, we've also got Chelsea, who were back to winning ways yesterday in style. But we've got Brentford, Burnley, and then later on, we've got Norwich as well. So we've got crucial games in the Premier League coming up. But a win today would put 5 points between us and Wolves. And I think that's huge. With 6 games to go, that's massive. It not all but secures European football for us. But I think we'd then be a couple of wins away from doing it. We'd only need 2 wins in our remaining 6 games or something like that to get 7th minimum. But what a win does today, though, I think it drags Arsenal back into it massively. I think it pulls them out of the top 4 and says, right, you're in the Europa League mix with West Ham and Man United, and one of you ain't going to get it. One of you are not going to get Europa League kind of thing. They look nailed on for 4th, and now all of a sudden they could be battling to just get Europa League. This is why the Premier League is such a good league at times, because of this competitiveness. We've also got the relegation battle down there at the minute. We've got the race for the sort of top 4, top 5, top 6. Then you've got the Premier League title at the minute. It's all going on. Sky Sports and BT Sports are rubbing their hands at the minute because some seasons gone by. Things are decided in the last couple of weekends you go into. There's nothing really up for grabs. Actually, at the minute, everything is on the table. And I just think the results for us were huge. And I couldn't help but enjoy Friday night. Then I seen the results yesterday, and you celebrate a little bit, don't you think? Come on. And I think what it does do, and I hope it does do, is almost remind West Ham players, actually, you've still got something to play for in the league here. I know you've got Lyon on Thursday. It's easy to get distracted, but don't, because this is how easy it is to slip up. But at the same time, they've presented you an opportunity here. Win today, 5 points ahead of Wolves. Take a nice, put a nice few points between us and Man United. And I think we're now in the driving seat for 6 going forward if we win today. So would you like to know the starting 11 today of Gonzo?
I would love to know the starting 11, please.
Let's take a little look at the West Ham team. Lucas Fabianski returns to the in between the sticks for the Hammers as he's the keeper, with a back four of Vladimir Sufal at right back. Kurt Zouma and Craig Dawson partner each other in the middle with Anna Creswell left back. We've got Rice Souček in the middle, possibly alongside Manuel Lanzini. Then we've also got Jared Bowen, Pablo Fornals, and Michail Antonio. What are you thinking?
Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, I'm really happy about that, actually. Really, really happy. Sufal, I'd said I wanted to see him back in some capacity. I would imagine that we will have maybe he'll share a half, or probably won't, but maybe 60 minutes or something. He does have a tendency to do that when he brings players back. He did it with Bowen when Bowen get Bowen 60 minutes. I think it's a sensible thing to do. I wanted to see that. Fabianski, Areola, not a cigarette paper between them, really, as far as I'm concerned. Cresswell has to play because he can't play on Thursday. Okay, I would have rested Souček. That was yours and my.
We knew he was never going to do it, was he?
It wasn't our predicted lineup. It was what we would have done ourselves. We know what Moyes is going to do, basically. And basically, Souček's never going to get a rest. You get the idea. If they had, you probably don't get holiday brochures anymore, but if David Moyes was handing out holiday brochures for everybody during the summer, everybody would get one apart from Souček, and he'd probably say, you ain't getting one, you're helping me handing out the vegetables during the summer, then you're doing my gardening for me, and by the way, I've got a little bit of plastering for you to do. Souček doesn't stop working. We just have to accept that. Lanzini back, that's massive, absolutely brilliant for us. Bowen just on form, isn't he? And Antonio there. Well, yeah, I think maybe back on the goal trail today, Antonio. I'm loving that team.
I think it's a great 11, to be honest with you. I'm happy to see Sufal come in for game time, really. Lanzini coming back's a boost, because I was sort of a little bit worried as to how bad it was, and I felt it's almost important to get Lanzini some minutes today ahead of Thursday night. And I don't think fatigue from the Europa League, I don't think fatigue will kick in today. We won't see any notable signs of it today. I think it's too soon. Souček possibly the only one due to the international break. I think on Thursday we might be okay. I think it might be next Sunday, where 2 midweek games plus the Brentford game today. I think next Sunday against Burnley is where we might see signs of it, but not today. I'm not having fatigue as an excuse today. I know we played on Thursday night, but we were at home. We're still playing in London today. We've rotated some players. Sufal's come in, Lanzini's come in, so we've had 1 or 2 players come in there as well. So I'm not worried about that. And I think it's a really strong team, actually. A really, really strong team. I think Moyes has sent a message to Benrahma there, which is, you weren't good enough on Thursday night. You're almost like, I think Benrahma got off with a little bit on Thursday because he will feel he only got subbed because Creswell got sent off. Do you know what I mean? He'll think it wasn't because of my performance. It'll be because Creswell got sent off. We had to get a defender on. But actually, I think Moyes leaving them out today. So no. I took you off because you weren't playing well enough. You were going to come off anyway. You just came off a little bit earlier, and for a defender, that's all. So you're going to go on the bench today, and this is almost like your punishment for not playing well enough. And I think it says to Lanzini, you're my main boy. As soon as you're fit, you're back in. Don't worry about the form of other players. You're straight back into that starting 11. I think that's our first team to some extent on paper. Johnson ahead of Sufal perhaps on form, but in terms of ability over the last 2 years or whatever, I think that's probably our strongest starting 11. Would you say?
Oh, it is. And Lanzini coming back is massive. Lanzini controls, it's not even. I think I'd make the comparison between Benrahma and Fornals in that sense, rather than Benrahma and Lanzini. I'm not saying you think this because I know you would agree with me on this. The thing, you can't compare the two because Lanzini controls the tempo of a game and Benrahma doesn't control the tempo of a game. The other thing is, it's been a big road back for him, but Lanzini already had Moyes' trust from the first stint that Moyes was here. He then came back and he arrived back to a different Lanzini who had had an injury in the intervening period, obviously. I feel there's a certain amount of reinvention, but actually we've got a number of massively important players at West Ham. Zouma, Rice, Antonio, Bowen, of course. I mean, take your pick. But the best thing you can say about Lanzini is I think over the last 2 or 3 months, Lanzini has now rejoined that group in being really quite pivotal to how we play. So, absolutely delighted to have him back. Really, that is a massive thing for us.
Right, let's take a look at the West Ham bench before we take a look at the Brentford team, because Thomas Frank's mixing up a little bit. I'm struggling to work out the Brentford team here. Anyway, the bench for West Ham this afternoon, we've got Areola, Yarmolenko, Kral, Vlasic, Diop, Benrahma, Masuaku, Fredericks, and Ben Johnson. The only notable absence there is Mark Noble. At a quick glance, I think everybody else is fit and available. No youngsters on the bench, which is slightly disappointing, but understandable given that all the experienced players are available. But no Mark Noble. But decent bench though. Benrahma and Vlasic on there if we need it. Johnson, Diop at the back in there. Just a centre midfield we're lacking a bit of cover for.
Yeah, I mean, actually, talk about Benrahma, it's only just occurred to me. Obviously, he's a former Brentford player. You've just seen how sentimental Moyes is. Not at all. He'll just do what he feels is right for the team. I do feel Benrahma is a good substitute, actually, to bring on. I like that.
And it's Brentford.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we will see him. I really do. Fredericks on there, I like as well. So don't be surprised if we see him at all. The others are much of a muchness. But yeah, certainly look at that. I think, yeah, Benrahma or Fredericks coming on, I would be disappointed to see at all.
Right, the Brentford team, see what you make of this. So in goal, we've got Rhea. They've only got 4 defenders, which would insinuate they're switching from their wing-back system to a more 4-3-3. It looks like they're going 4-3-3 to me. If there's any Brentford fans somehow in the live chat, let me know. But it looks like they're playing a back 4 of Henry, Pinnock, Zanka, and Ayer at the back. Midfield 3 of Norgard, Janelt, and Eriksson, with a front 3 of Ivan Toney, Wissa, and Mbeumo. What are you thinking?
I don't know enough about it. Obviously, Wissa scored, didn't he, against us last time?
He's a striker, but he can't play sort of to the side, a bit like Mbeumo. Ivan Toney's on number 9, and then Eriksson has been playing centre midfield for them in a 3. Janelt and Norgard are centre midfielders. Henry's a right back. Pinnock and Ayer's centre back. I always thought Zanka's a better centre back than a right back, but he can play right back. So I assume Zanka's playing right back. And I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure we took him apart in the game at the London Stadium for some reason. I think, and it was in the second half. I think it was Antonio. I think Antonio had Zanka's number in the second half at the London Stadium, but I could be remembering that wrong.
I honestly couldn't. I've got one abiding memory from that game, and we all know what it is by now. But no, I mean, Henry's clearly going to play left back, isn't he? If that's the case, Eriksson, maybe Mbeumo will be slightly wider in this one. It's hard. It's hard to say. I mean, he's certainly got the ability to play there. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to call it. Clearly, he knows what he's doing. There's no pressure on Brentford here. I wouldn't blame them if they were still basking in the glory of their last result, by the way. So I guess he can do what he wants. I mean, you heard that he was obviously praising West Ham and praising David Moyes, which you would expect him to do. And, I wouldn't expect anything different. I noticed that the Leeds manager, before they were about to play Watford, was honestly, you would have thought he was. You'd have thought he was going to go and play the Harlem Globetrotters or something the way the Leeds manager was talking about up Watford before the game. So, they've got to take it seriously. I think it's really important that we get the first goal in this game, by the way, because it just cuts out that tactic, that time-wasting tactic. Well, they can time waste all they want. I would suspect if we go a goal up, they won't time waste. I suspect we'll see another ball in play for 42 minutes if they get an early goal. I suspect if we get an early goal, then you'll see the ball in play for over 50 minutes. So it's really important that we get the early goal in this one. There should be nothing to massively fear, but there's a lot to respect in that. Maybe not defensively, so we should be able to score goals against this team. But Eriksson, Mbeumo, I can't even say the bloody name, and obviously Toney are players to be respected and to watch out for.
Yeah, I think they've got at least a goal in them today, actually. I think this is almost like, it feels a bit like shackles off Brentford time here, which is, listen, let's go out there and have a little bit of fun. We should be safe. We should be in the Premier League next season. 3 wins out of 4, just stuck forward past Chelsea. They should be oozing confidence coming into this game. They should have a little bit of swagger, playing in front of their home fans. And this is, you've almost got to reward Brentford almost have to reward their home fans to some extent, because sometimes during this season they've been a bit defensive. The football's been a bit rubbish. Like I said, I have only seen them limited times, but there's been a couple of games I've tuned into Brentford where they've not really got going at all. And it's because it's sort of like survival first, which you have to accept when you've just come up to Premier League. You've got to accept that you go into some games a little bit white flaggish, which we're going to try and get a 0-0. We're going to try and keep the score down. But now that they're relatively safe in the Premier League, obviously things have changed a little bit with Everton getting an unexpected win and Burnley pick up 3 points today and Brentford lose against West Ham. Suddenly there's only 6 points, and now and then they're like, oh, hang on a minute, we're almost back in it. We're looking over our shoulders again. But for today, I think you've almost got to sort of say to your fans that you've got maybe 3 home games left this season. We're going to try and be a bit more entertaining for you. We don't have to worry about relegation like we've had to do for the other 15 Premier League games this season. So we're going to come out, try and score some goals and whatever. And I'd imagine defensively it'll be like a 4-5-1. I'd imagine Wissa and Mbeumo will be told to get back and track like Sassoufal and Creswell. But we saw it around the stadium. Ivan Toney had both our centre backs in his pocket in the air. Every time the ball went up high, he won it. He was just winning everything. I actually think to some extent, Gonzo, I actually think Thomas Franks made a bit of an error playing that extra attacker today and breaking up that front duo. I would have feared Toney and Mbeumo as 2 traditional strikers more than I do as a front 3 with Wissa there. I think it creates a bit of a gap between Toney and Mbeumo, for example. I think it becomes a little bit wider. So I think that might actually help us a little bit. But anyway, let's take a quick look at the Brentford bench this afternoon. We've got Fernandez as well as Canos and Jensen. We've got Godos, Jean-Vier, Fosu, Baptiste, Beck, and Ruslev all on the bench for Brentford this afternoon. Right, what we're going to do now, we're going to jump straight into the bets. What we do, if you don't know, myself and Gonzo are going to compile a little bet together on Bet365. Should the bet win, we'll give one of you guys the money. It's as simple as that. Well, if we win, it becomes simple. It's winning that's not so simple. Yeah. And then we're going to get your thoughts in the live chat and get a little bit interactive with you. But Gonzo, what are you fancying?
I think Antonio's back on a goal scoring trail today. I don't know if that is any good for our odds. Is that all right?
Yeah, we'll stick that in.
No clean sheets.
So you want both teams to score?
Yeah, well, I don't, but yeah, for the bet.
They've messed up. You can't do player to score. It's usually like the very top player to score. It's player card's the top one. Usually player to score is the very top one. Oh, you bet 365. Sorry, I want Antonio in here.
I had trouble doing a bet builder with bet 365 yesterday. Wouldn't let me do it.
When were you trying to access it?
When?
Yeah, what time?
Yeah, I don't know, but I was trying to do like the Liverpool bet builder for the Liverpool Man City game.
I bet you were trying to do when the Grand National was on, you numpty.
So... No, I wasn't. I was on the radio later. No.
Right, okay. Let's do. Right, we might have to ignore Antonio, unfortunately. So both teams to score, yes. It's quite good odds for that. Right, what else you fancy in bar a goal scorer?
I can't do goal scorer. Oh, bloody hell. Naughty. That's the third time during our build-up bet 365 have been naughty.
I'll do West Ham to score 2 because we both fancy West Ham to score 2 goals.
Yes.
So we'll do that. Right, what else you fancying?
This is a tough one, actually, bearing in mind. Now they've taken out the goal scorers. That is a pain in the bum. We'll have to do a card. We will have to do a card for someone, won't we? Because that's the only real option we've got.
Who are you fancying?
Who's their best player? Ericsson. Souček card.
Okay, I'm all right with that. He's good odds. He does a lot of fouls as well. So Souček card, he can go in. That'll do. It's 22-1 that. I'm okay with that. It's over £100. So that'll be 115 quid. £115 of this wins. Basically, West Ham need to score 2 goals or more. Brentford need to score a goal. And then Thomas Souček needs to get booked. That 3 things to happen. That seems quite good. £115 in the live chat. To enter in the live chat, please put the following phrase.
Well, yeah, Dave. People have already preempted me. I've now got a double hard job now. I used to just say it and people just accept it. Now people try and preempt what I'm going to say. So I've got to rule out all everyone to say. But basically, you've taken the Zenka away from me here. So, which was the obvious one. I understand that. So I'm going to go with, are you having a laugh?
You're going to put in what?
Are you having a laugh?
Oh, okay, I see it now.
AJER, are you having a laugh?
Are you having a laugh? Put that into the live chat. You're entered. That bet wins. When you get 100 quid or 115 quid. Right, Gonzo, what are you feeling? You've seen the both teams. You've seen the West Ham team. You've seen the Brentford team.
More confident.
Yeah.
More confident. I feel the opportunity won't have escaped the attention of Moyes and the players.
Okay.
He's a footballer. You hear the odd story like Andy Carroll says he don't watch football, but by and large, I assume that most footballers watch the football during the weekends, and they will be fully aware. Exactly right, Boney Hammer. They'll be fully aware that there is opportunity there, considering yesterday and Friday's results. So I'm more confident now. I've got to say, I think they'll be going for it. They would have gone for it anyway, but actually, I think this probably focuses the mind for them more than in many respects. Let's say Wolves won, Man United won, Arsenal won. I almost think there might have been a mindset of almost the Europa League is our only way for Europe. So I think it just concentrates the mind to think, hold on a second. I think those results basically make the players excited about the league again. It's made me excited about the league again, and I'm looking forward to it. I think we can win this, certainly.
Yeah, I'm got a little bit more confident. It's more because of Brentford's team than West Ham's, actually, because I think the West Ham teams is as expected. I think this is what we thought Moyes would do to some extent. The question was, is Lanzini fit enough? And if we knew Lanzini was fit enough, we knew he would start. So it's what we knew Moyes was going to do today. But the Brentford one, I think the slight change in formation, I think, might actually help us a little bit defensively. I look at their defence, and we've got to have at least one goal about us in this game here. Look at the midfield, and Janelt's a good battler in there, but you've got to back midfield three. If Lanzini does play deeper like he has done in the recent weeks, and I hope he does today. But if you look at Rice, Souček, and Lanzini, that's got to dominate the midfield today. Regardless of who Brentford are, against any team in the bottom half of the Premier League, I'd expect that three of West Ham to be better than our opposition. Yeah. We've got to make it count. Soufal, I think today we might get a little bit of an insight into what Soufal brings and what Ben Johnson doesn't and Ryan Fredericks does it. And that is almost like composure in the final third, that delivery in the final third. Because while Fredericks gets forward well, his final ball can be questionable. He has done a couple of good cutbacks, but when he tries to cross it, he's not so good. Sure. Johnson's delivery is not great either. So we've become a little bit lopsided, really, when we've only got Creswell and the other right back. But when you've got Soufal in there, I think we attack from both flanks, really. I think we'll also see Bowen cutting in a little bit more today because you'll have Soufal coming down to support him as well. So I'm expecting to see some good attacks from West Ham, plenty of crosses into the box today as well, and which wouldn't be the wisest thing because obviously they've got three really tall centre-backs in their team today. But yeah, I'm confident. I'm feeling good. And I think the results will just, the Leon referee, I did a video and I watched your video and we both said the same. That referee's performance was almost like, West Ham up for the second leg. But that anger is still going to be on their back of their mind to some extent. It's a different opponent in a different competition, but they're still going to have that sense of injustice going out there today. But then you add in all the results of the other teams, and all Moyes has got to do is pin the Premier League table to the changing room today and say, there you go, boys, there's your motivation. Have a read of that before you head out there tonight. Think of what 3 points is going to do. Bloody hell, yeah, we're going to get European football next season. If we win today, it's a massive step to getting some form of European football next season. It really does put the pressure on Wolves. 5 points behind us with 6 games to go. We'll do our bit, and that's all we can do, really. Almost takes the pressure off Leon. Because what's important is if we win today and we go out on Thursday, and hopefully we don't, I don't think we will, but let's just say we did, it's almost okay. We've still got plenty to play for in the Premier League. Bang, we turn our attention to next Sunday. Here we go. Let's get European football again. A defeat today would be a right kick in the stomach, but I'm feeling good. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to turn to the live chat. So you're watching live, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video. Also, get your comments into the live chat. It can be about the West Ham team, could be about the Brentford team, how you see the game going. Just don't give us your score predictions yet. We like to save them for a massive big whammy at the end of the mine and Gonzo's piece anyway. So get your thoughts in. Alice saying Soufal may be a liability today. He's not been the same since that kick in the knackers by Matic, plus no game time.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. But we've since found out that he has had an injury in that region. And I think all that did, it was probably already inflamed. And then Matic further inflamed the situation. by kicking in where the sun don't shine, but he has been and had the procedure now. I don't know enough about it to call it an operation, whatever it is. Had the procedure, so we think he's healed. He's been playing with injury basically before that, but I do make you right. I have to assume that the doctor has fixed whatever the problem was.
Cheryl says, one eye on the biggest game for years might catch us out today.
Well, this is also one of the biggest games for years today, I think, and I think they'll know that.
Rue says, Sufal coming back is massive. Always helps Souček have a good game. They bounce off each other.
Yeah, fair point.
Brad says, where will you be watching the game? Right, Brad.
Dom asked this as well. Dom emailed me earlier. And
Brad, you're obviously a rookie to the build-up show because Charlie will be along 10, 15 minutes and Charlie may be able to point you in the direction where you could go. And we can't promise anything, but you may find links to streams there. So all we're saying.
Not everybody knows, if Charlie's listening, not everybody knows how to access this particular place where you go the secret garden, where you go and look for such things, because people. So it's not. I think it might need to do a little layman's version of how you join the chat.
He's got a video. Charlie's got a video. Charlie's got a little clip. It shows you exactly where to click and where to go get it. So Charlie will be along 10, 15 minutes to set Brad and Dom and other people right. Andy agrees with you. We have to 100% score first. Hammer 1999 says big game for Sufal. Worst game of his West Ham career came against Brentford. So time for revenge. Joe's feeling an Antonio goal, but he's been saying that for about 2 months. Yeah, so bye, mate. Don't worry about it.
You'll be right. You'll be right soon, Joe. At some point.
Yeah, when you're right, come back and say, "I told you."
I told you so.
Called it.
Told you months ago this would happen.
Connor says expected a good performance from Rice after his mediocre game against Lyon. Glenn says feeling confident, but we've got to shut down Christian Eriksen. While Jamie thinks we should have played Ben Johnson today.
So I went and I saw my mate Marcus yesterday. Who people will know as a Crystal Palace fan, and he said, "Oh, I watched your game, watched your European game." He said, "Yes, I thought." He said, I thought the referee was bad and I thought you played really well and so on and so forth. I was just chatting. He said, he said, I think you've got a really good chance in the second leg. And he actually turned around to me. He said, you're left back. He said, Johnson. I said, yeah. He said, is that the best you've got for the return leg? And I said, yes. And he went, oh. And it just, it takes someone outside of the situation to maybe.
No, but this is what we were saying in player ratings. Yeah. I'm not getting carried away with that. I thought Tete ran in wild in a second. I thought Johnson was good at parts of it, but when it came to one-on-one, I thought Tete had him on toast for large parts. So we'll discuss it in the preview anyway. George, who's the referee? It is it's Martin Atkinson. Atkinson. So
I like that.
Jason says we should have rested more players for Thursday. Kral for Souček and Ben Rama for Lanzini and Vlasic for Bowen.
No.
If we were mid-table, I'd agree, but we're not. We're literally trying to capitalise on defeats for other teams around us and take a massive step for European football next season.
I've got a taste. I want to qualify for Europe again next season. I don't want to. Kral, I mean, blimey. I would have loved it to have worked out, but it just hasn't. And you can't throw him into a game like this that's this important.
See, this is when I have and this is a niggling thing. This is my niggling thing with David Moyes. Why is Kyle on the bench ahead of a youngster then? What's the point? Yeah. You're not going to bring him on. So at least have a youngster on there that you may bring on, or you may have involved in the team next season at West Ham United. Someone like Carson Ashby, who's now back from the 23s. And I know we've got loads of right backs, but my point is, I see very little benefit to Alex Kral being in the squad today, other than to keep Alex Kral feeling involved. He's not going to come on the pitch. So I watch him come on the pitch today. I'm going to look a bit silly.
Sounds disgusting. Anyway. You definitely get carded for that.
So he's the only centre midfielder on the bench, I guess. So. Phil says, looking forward to seeing Sufal and Lanzini, big pluses, while Paul says he thinks that Ben Rama can be sloppy, but no one else in our team pulls the ball out of the air like he did from that long Dawson pass. His assist and goals this season are good.
Yes, that's not why he's not in the team. No, that's the thing. He's not. I'm sure Moyes would agree that he really plucks the ball out of the air really nicely. But, and I'll give you, I can't quote exactly word for word, But David Moyes said that Sebastian Haller takes the ball out of the air as well as anybody he's seen. Basically, he could get his foot really high and bring it down and take it under control. David Moyes said that publicly. Didn't do Sebastian Haller any good. Benrahma ain't in the team because he gave the ball away too much, but mostly, and I'll say this again, it's because he ducked out of 2 50-50s in the Everton game and he didn't track back when he lost the ball against Lyon. And that's it. I'm sorry, whether you like it or you don't, for Moyes, that's enough. You're gone.
Rude says we'd like to see Vlasic to get on some game time today, while Christian says he likes the look of our starting 11 today, but Thursday is massive.
Why has he got to watch? Why's Christian got his... He's got to watch.
Maybe
there.
it's a nice watch. Don't know. I'm looking as if I'm some sort of like watch expert. I'm going to go, oh yeah, I recognise that watch there. I can see why he's got that on show.
Does Rolex have 3 Ls?
Taz says the players know how important Thursday is, but they also know how important the league is. Just as important today's game. Chickster's still hoping for 4th. He just needs Tottenham to have a dip. I actually think, to some extent, I think we need Tottenham to keep up their form. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they've definitely got Arsenal. I think they might also have Wolves as well. So I think we obviously need Tottenham just to keep winning, just keep beating the teams around us, actually, and just.
I like again, Mr. Chick. Is that hiking boots, Mr. Chickster? I like his attitude. I like that. I think David Moyes still thinks we can get 4th, by the way.
Yeah, but see, this is where my frustration comes in. I remember when we did the preview for the Lyon game, the first one, obviously, when we played the second one, and I said, oh, I'm all right, I feel relaxed, we've done really well. And someone in the comments said something like, well, I hope I don't want to have that mentality. Oh, we've done really well. I said, yeah, but hang on, I'm a West Ham fan. I'm not in the change room saying to Declan Rice, it's all right, you go out tonight, mate. You've done really well to get here. As a fan, I think we've done well. We've achieved. But I want the team to have a completely different mindset. And that's a bit like that today. Whereas I'm saying I think 4's gone. I don't expect Moyes to have that mentality. I don't want Moyes to have that mentality. I think the mentality coming from the team and the manager and the fans should almost be completely different. I think the manager and the players should be shooting for the stars, whereas the fans, I think you've got to have a little bit of sense of realistic about it to some extent. Not get your hopes up too much, because then it just leads to disappointment. Whereas hopes is one thing, which is what Chickster's got, but expectations are completely different. And I think that's where sometimes it gets a bit muddied. Do you know what I mean?
Like his boots.
Yeah, it's like Chickster's boots. Unlike the other lad's watch, Christian's watch, that wasn't muddy. That was
perfect,
good.
Beautiful watch.
That was nice. Eddie's saying, has Moyes come up with a plan to deal with their shenanigans? Yeah, goal up early and let them do it.
Exactly that. Exactly that.
999 Hammer says, nothing against Pablo, I love the man, but he would have liked to see Vlasic. A bit more pace and directness could be more useful against their slow right back. I'd imagine Moyes is looking at the bench though, thinking I'd like to get one of them on today. I wouldn't be surprised if Vlasic comes on ahead of Benrahma, actually. I would not be surprised.
That would be a statement. But that being said, I also don't think he holds a grudge that much. He will bring on whoever he thinks is the best person for that job. That doesn't mean it is the best person for the job, by the way. But I don't think... See, the thing is, all the focus is on Benrahma. He also, let's not forget, he doesn't really fancy Vlasic either. This is the problem. There's 2 players there in that left side who he doesn't really fancy. So now we've got Fornals there, who's not ideal to play as a left winger.
Paul says, if we get a point, it's a decent result. If we can conserve our energy, stay in the game, and try and win in the last 20, 30 minutes, that would be super. Do you agree with the first bit? A point is a decent result?
I'd be disappointed with a point.
Yeah, I think it's an okay result. It's not the end of the world, is it? But I don't know if it would be decent. I think it would be a missed opportunity rather than...
Well, I think we did a bit more... The uplift from winning this game going into Thursday is something tangible as well. I'd like that. I think winning this puts us as fans and the players, in a really good mood ahead of Thursday night.
Kyriakos says he'd be happy to finish above Man U. He doesn't think we have in the English Premier League. Is he aiming too low? Well, you've put that in just before I did my little rant, so I'm going to say no. Aim for what you want.
Just taking the Man U bit. The Man U thing probably does a number. I mentioned it in the Patreon breakfast this morning. Man United probably want Declan at the moment more than any other club. Chelsea might want him, but they can't. They just can't sanction a bid at the moment for obvious reasons. if West Ham finish above Man United, Declan Rice cannot sign for Manchester United. I mean, just why? Why would you? So, and if I said this, if Man United finish below West Ham, it's likely they're not getting European football.
They might have that conference league.
They might get a conference one, but there's a likelihood they might not get European football. If what they're doing is their two biggest targets, as we hear, are Declan Rice and Harry Kane, forget it. If you finish below West Ham, forget it. You're not getting either, because Harry Kane wants to leave to win trophies. Well, he's not going to go there. Declan Rice wants to leave to play Champions League football and a better club than West Ham. Well, Man United aren't that at the moment, I'm sorry to say.
Well, what we'll also say is if we finish above Man U, we are 6 minimum. We are minimum 6. So I'm happy with that. Europa League next season. Happy. As long as Palace don't win the FA Cup, happy days. Thomas says Thursday's big, but Barca and semis will be really hard. That's if Barca get through. We can't rely on winning the cup for qualification to European football.
And I don't think we are.
Freddie says Sufal can at least put in a good cross, might see a header goal from Antonio. Robert says always play the best team. And Connor saying we'd be more nervous if the other results didn't go our way yesterday. I think I'm more nervous now, knowing we can go 5th.
Oh no, I think Connor. I think the first bit. I think I would have been more nervous if everyone had won yesterday.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Mark says, great show, boys. Thank you very much, Mark. So there's a couple of great results recently. United getting beat at the Arsenal. Let's take advantage today. Looking forward to the Impaler playing today. Come on, you Irons. Right, let me just scroll through a lot because I'm quite far behind and I'm wary of the time here. Charlie says, looking at the table last night, it does seem much more than likely than a couple of weeks ago that we can get 4. Well, Justin thinks Tottenham has the easiest run in.
I think it was A20 said earlier that they've got Liverpool and Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the problem is if Arsenal beat them, Arsenal then move 3 points ahead of us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. So I take it you would like Man City to win today because you want them to wrap it up early. So as when we play them, it doesn't matter. Would make sense.
100%. Right? Yeah. I'm massively rooting for. I just want Man City to win the league anyway out of those two teams. So come on, City. Right, where are we going? Here we go. Ryan says the league is our bread and butter. As Morris likes to say, there's no reason to stop going for everything. Done it all season. No need to start resting players. It's the final push.
He's put a butter in there. There's literally a knob of butter in the sentence.
There's always a knob on our build-up show.
Oh, so absolutely. Two.
E20 James says that's just a big signing and done nothing at all. Moyes knows he wanted Lingard, but got him.
Yep.
Whereas Chippy would like to see Velasquez given a chance up front. Can hold the ball up, like play. He doesn't have Antonio's pace or aerial dominance, but he does have a shot on him. We could have seen that shot though. Shop.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah. So they say.
Contact says he hopes Kres was not affected by the red. We need him confident in his challenges. The thing is, he didn't do the challenge on Thursday. That wasn't a challenge. That was literally a
tug.
Out the way you go kind of thing. Right, let's get rid of this Millwall person. That's that Millwall fan going out the live chat.
Oh, I missed it.
He's gone now. I've got rid of him.
Right.
Anyway, right. Score prediction time. Get your score predictions into the live chat, and I'm going to have a little look and see what you're all saying. But while I'm doing that, Gonzo, can I get your final words, please? And your score prediction.
Oh, well, I think the score prediction is going to have to change for the reasons that we said. I think our team, Lanzini back is massive for me. I'm pleased to see Sufal back because I just think it gives us another option, which we're absolutely going to need for Thursday. So that makes you feel good about that. It's really nice to see that Bowen has obviously played a couple of games now with 60 minutes against Everton or whatever it was. Obviously played and scored and doesn't seem to, even though he's hobbling after the Everton game, that's 2 games now. So I think as he looks all right. So he's fit and sharp. It's a hell of a threat. Bowen is someone that we could really enjoy watching play at the moment. I think it changed the dynamic of the game. I think he's one of the form players in the Premier League. I think Declan Rice is one of the best midfielders in Europe. I think whilst there's been a lot of focus on Coutinho when he came in at Aston Villa, Then Ericsson came in, a lot of focus on him, and rightly so. We've got our own guy in Lanzini that can do similar things. So I'm really pleased about that. If Antonio gets back on the goal scoring show, you mentioned it before, Geo. If we can get 4 goals from him between now and the end of the season, it could make all the difference to our season, particularly given that we've got goals elsewhere. Don't rule out big Les Dawson coming up. Bosch for the back for a header from a corner. He seems to be able to do no wrong. Zuma's due a goal, I feel, a headed goal. He's such a big presence in there. I'm going to go with 3-1.
Happy days. There's quite a few nerves in the live chat, actually. I was expecting everybody to predict a win. There's West Ham optimism coming in. Just everybody gets a bit excited, especially 25 minutes till kickoff. But there's a few predicting draws or defeats of Brentford, which I also prefer honesty over just blind optimism. So that's their thoughts. That's the thoughts. So it's making me nervous. The amount of people that are nervous in the live chat. Actually, I'm turning to it to almost like reassure me I'm right to be confident. I'm not getting that reassurance. Just stop reading it now. You negative Nellies. That's what me and Gonzo would get if we were to predict the Brentford win. I think we'll win. I not comfortably. I don't think we'll thump them. I think we'll win just. I think we're going to start to see a bit of a different West Ham, which is once we're ahead, let's just keep it safe now. Let's just play it safe kind of thing. I think we're going to see a little bit of a mentality of a bite your hand off for a 1-0 every game between now and the end of the season. And it's the way it should be. It's cup final stuff now. It's all about 3 points. The performances, you save that for the middle of the season or the start of the season or whatever. That's when you do your entertainment. But when you've got something to play for, like we do, it's now about just making sure you get the 3 points. And, come August, then we'll put on the entertainment again for you, the good performances and stuff. But I'll go for a 2-1 West Ham win. And I say that cautiously after the live chat. Where are we going? There you go. Yeah, nice one, Callum. I like Callum. I had to scroll for that 2-1. I saw two 2-1s. I thought, there we go. And I said, oh no, it's 2-1 Brentford. And then I saw another one here, and then it was like, oh, I think he's saying 2-1 Brentford again. I
like this game. Let me find another 3-1.
Anyway, drop a like on the video. Don't go anywhere. We're here right up until full time, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. But myself and Guns are going to disappear. Before we do, let's get in the big man, Mr. Charlie Walsh. How you doing?
Hello, I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, good. Charlie, could you just address something quickly? Have you got your OBS thing set up? Are you using that today?
Yes.
Have you got your clip? Because everybody's saying.
Yes, and at Discord is not the easiest thing in the world, so a little explanation might be good. Where'd you get that t-shirt
from? The explanation is Footy Bites on Google is the explanation, but the t-shirt, Gonzo, I'm glad you asked, is from hammerchatstore.com, a link of which they can find in the description below if they're really vibing it. There's lots of different bits and pieces on there, Gonzo. I don't know if you've had a look, but there's lots to peruse,
There's a lot. And what about, let's say, if you weren't managing your money correctly, and you wanted to manage your money a little bit better so you could save up for one of those t-shirts?
Well, I would say you should look at Stuart Morris Accountants because they are a very good accountancy firm that you can go to your accounting professionals. Do you know what I mean? If they can do corporate, they can do business, they can do personal, whatever kind of money stuff you need. They're probably someone you could look into, right? There's probably someone you could look into, Gonzo. But I'd like to thank you and Gia for that. And I'd like to thank you, of course, all for joining, and of course, Stuart Morris as well. Hello, everyone. If you are looking for a link today, because of course it's just not on UK television because it's not like it's happening in London or anything. You can look it in the description below. There's a bit down there called Join Our Discord. If you click on that, completely free to join, completely lovely people over there, West Ham Hams Chat community. But of course, fans of all clubs are welcome. But more importantly, on the left-hand side, there's a bit called Stream Links there, and you will find what you're looking for. You'll find what you're looking for. But the short version also is, the short version is also, Footy Bite. So how are you all? I hope you're good. I hope you're well. Oh, my Breezy. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, right, I don't even look, if you're into Football Manager, you should already be subscribed to Breezy on YouTube. You should be following him on Twitch, twitch.tv/n_breezy. But if you're just into good football stuff, Breezy's the guy, trust me. How are you, bro? I hope you're good. Hope you're well. Crypto taxes, I can't understand. that's post me being an accountant. I don't understand that, but I'm certain they do. I'm certain Stuart Morris do. West Ham fans, they hooked us up because of it. So I would recommend you all going to have a look. Let's run through the teams quickly, and while I do that, I would ask you all, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you? 10 being the most confident possible, 1 being not very confident at all of a West Ham result today. Now, while you lob that in the chat, Fabianski, Kufal, Zuma, Dawson, Cresswell, Rice, Souček in a double pivot, Bowen, Lanzini, Fornals behind Mikel Antonio. Arguably our strongest team. You can make arguments about Lanzini or Ben Rama. You could say, like, maybe you want to see Vlasic give a go, all that kind of stuff. That is probably our strongest 11. Or at least from performances, that is probably our strongest 11. And I'm pretty hyped about that. Good to see, in my opinion, because, you know, there's often times where we don't do this sort of thing. So to just see everyone in, see Lanzini back, of course, good stuff. The bench being Ariola, Fredericks, Masuaku, Johnson, Diop, Krau, Vlasic, Ben Rama, and Yarmolenko. Also probably our best bench. I don't think having that many fullbacks is probably a bit of a waste. I'd maybe want another attacking player in there if it's Perkins, if it's Okafor, if it's whoever from youth team, so be it. Maybe Noble in there, whatever. But that's a pretty good bench. That's pretty balanced as well, because usually we're all over the shop. Usually we have like 18,000 defenders on the bench. Brentford lineup as such: Raya, Aya, Zanka, Pinnock, Henry, Norsgaard, Yano, Eriksson, and Mbeumo, Wissa, Ivan, Tony. Could be 3 at the back, with maybe Mbeumo playing as a right wing back, sort of a right mid, right wing back type thing. Could be 4 at the back, 4-3-3. Who knows? We'll find out. But that's the 11 with Fernandez, Canos, Janssen, Godos, Yenvir. That's definitely not how I need to pronounce that. Fosu, Baptiste, Beck, and Rossiv. But those are the teams. Those are the 2 teams, just in case you hadn't seen them scrolling along the bottom of the screen non-stop. Let's have a look at some of these confidence levels, shall we? About 6.5. Love that. Good team is Mr. Pardew, my mentor. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Let's have a little look. 7, 9 out of 10. We'll batter them 3-1. Bloody hell. We'll get on to score predictions soon. 8. High all 3-0. Come on, Ray. Not score prediction time, but I love you. Coming through very strong today. Ray, I'll hit you up for 2 Spanners, 1 Hammer, a Patreon exclusive podcast made just for you on hammerschat.com/Patreon. Something you can, patreon.com/hammerschat. Something you can see in the link in the description below. Because Ray, I need to get that sorted. Ogbonna says hello. Love that. Hello, Ogbonna. Hope your recovery is going well, bro. If our fans step up, 60-40. A bright and sunny 6. Actually expect a draw today. 5. Charlie, I'm drunk again, so it's an 8 out of 10. Love that. Big plays. Unpopular West Ham opinion, I don't rate Fornals. James Gunn will have to have words. All right? We'll have to have words at some point, sir. All right? Don't know when, but we will have to do it. 7. Burnley versus Norwich being shown off over this. I know, bro. Look, I don't understand why we just can't watch every single match. We live in the same country it's happening. It makes no sense to me. Of course, not my 128 person who made that beautiful graphic at the beginning. If you don't already, big Rocket League plays. Let's go. Check him out. Let's have a grander. 8, 7. Where else are we at? I have a VPN. Is it safe to use your Discord? Yes. You know, joining the Discord and being in the Discord and being in the community is 100% regardless. You don't have to have a VPN. Don't have to do anything like that. Whenever you use one of the links in there, I would recommend having an ad block and a VPN installed if you don't. That's just good practice anyway in terms of online security, but it's good. At least an ad block, if not also a VPN. But just the Discord itself, go hog wild on that. That's completely fine. That's completely 100% safe. And I love your time. We also have the score predictions over there going, by the way, so you should definitely go and check those out. 10, 7, 7, 10. Big. 10 plus. Love that. 4. Can see us losing this one. Just played with 10 men on Thursday. We'll probably be tired. 1 eye on the Leon game. Not to mention Brentford are playing well at the moment. Just ask Chelsea about their last game. That's a good point. When I mentioned to a Chelsea fan, I was talking to him 2 days ago. I was like, oh, we're playing Brentford this week. They just went, good luck. And I was like, oof. Not fun. 0%. I could see a Brentford 2-1 win, says PNE Jeff. Stress, but fair. 6, 5, 7, 50, 50, 7, 6, 2, 5, 50, 6.5, 8.5, 8, 7. Good to see you, English Fool. Hope you're well. 7.5. Baby Bell first mint in. There are Baby Bells about, so we can, if we want to, get involved in the Baby Bells. Knackered as well. Good to see you. Hope you're well. I mean, there's a lack of confidence in the chat, but it's not a lack of confidence I don't understand. Do you know what I mean? This is a big situation. This is a game that's difficult for us. They made it difficult for us first time we played them. They sort of played us off the park, if we're being honest about it. And I think this could go the same way. Now, I think thankfully this is a side full of confidence right now. So when you're saying, Charlie, what's your levels? This is a side full of confidence right now. We did really well against Thursday. I know it was difficult. I know it's tiring, but let's be real about it. We've been doing that non-stop this season. Now, at some point, that will have to go badly. At some point, that will have to go badly, right? At some point, we will be just tired for an entire game and we'll get done, right? Is this today? I don't know. I can't predict when that will be because somehow we seem to just keep pulling this out of the bag, right? So I can't act like there's no confidence because there definitely is some. There definitely is at least some modicum of confidence in me. Now, I like Brentford a lot. I like the whole system they've got set up there. I like the players they've got there. I like a lot of stuff that Brentford's got going on. And to be honest with you, the first time we played them, I was scared. The second time we played them, I'm sort of equally as scared. But I can't act like there isn't a big time Ben. I can't act like there isn't a significant part of me that's like, go on, we could do this. We could do this. Because I back us against anyone right now. Anyone and everyone. You know, we're strong enough defensively. And at times, we're good enough going forward. Andy, my G, how are you, sir? Hope you're well. Hope you're good. My brother from another mother, indeed. So I'm going to go with a solid 7. I'll say 7. I'll say 6.5. I'll say 7. I don't know. I'm going to go 6.5. Let's sit on the fence, shall we? Let's go 6.5. Why not? Why not? That's what I was going to ask. Probably Tuesday. Let's say Tuesday at this point. Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, but Tuesday at this point, while I figure out what's going on. And you lot should come and watch. You lot should come and watch on patreon.com/Hammers Chat, link in the description below. Well, baby, my Bell, and call me Bradley. Hello. Disagree with the end bit, but I hope you're well, bro. Hope you're good. Hope things are all good. Madman's also here. Or wax my bell. Call me Walter. He's called Gunther now. It's a reference very few people will get, but if you do, I respect you. It's Trends Charlie. Hello, how are you? So I hope you're both well. We win this and we have a very good shot of attaining top 7. That's another good point. This is another situation where we need to get that dub, where getting that is hugely important for the rest of our season, right? We can sit here and we can act about anything else. We can move around. We can act like we're going to get it. We can do this, that, and the other. Well, listen, without the points, and this is one of those games where you have to just sort of put the points on the board. You know, at the beginning of the season, if you say you're aiming for a top 6 position, a top 7 position, that means really you're having to beat everyone outside of it. You can't really flick it one way or another. It kind of has to happen. And so we have to step up against this team. Again, this is a difficult team to do it in. Brentford are good. They are in form. They make it dangerous for you. But if we have any hopes of doing something this season in terms of position in the final league table, Brentford has to be one of those games that you mark up as a win. And the more of those you lose, the bigger problems you're in. Come on. I get along with each other. No trolls now. You got to listen to your heart. Listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm on the street. Sorry, I had to do that. It's like something in my brain just says you have to finish the song. You can't not. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things better by working together, guys. Afternoon, Garcy. Hope you're well. Clips is here. Tom Clarkson. Shout out. Listen, he could do a job. Get him in. Do you know what I mean? Get him in on the coaching staff. Imagine that. You know, Moisey, Nolan, Pierce, Clarkson. It has a good ring to it. I'm not confident because, but I believe we'll get through this game and win it. That I respect. That I do respect. I feel like you can be not confident, but think we've got enough to do this. If it's a smash and grab, that's fine. And to be honest with you, I'd kind of take a smash and grab. I kind of take a smash grab. Prefer 7th, 8th, 7th actually says in a circle. Is there a reason? Or you just don't like number 7? But I hate David Beckham. Is there a reason? I mean, top 6 over 7, obviously, yeah. But listen, I would go as far as to say the higher you finish, the better. Strong opinion, maybe. But get on Britain's Got Talent. Just saying the theme song from children's TV show Arthur over and over again until Simon Cowell just gives me money to leave. Just refuse to leave. You know? Starting to think about it now. I'd do that. Might as well get Big Sam and Harry Redknapp. Just get them all in. Get in all the boys. Get in all the boys. Good to see you, Hammers Mulder. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Good morning from the Bahamas. Love that. It's sunny, vibey. CJ. Where's it? It's just vibey. You know? I think with Brentford's 4-5-1 and Martin Atkinson, it will be very much be a smash and grab. Feel like it's got to be a 1-0 75th minute written all over it. Talking of minutes, let's play sub bingo. This is, of course, the game when we predict when David Moyes will make his first substitution. The sub doesn't matter. It's just the time. However, listen, if you want to put in sprinkle a bit of sauce in there, put some people in there, I don't mind. I'll lob up the bench just in case you haven't seen it. And I'll say, do you know what? It's as obvious as this for me. It's as obvious 69 minutes. And it'll be Lanzini for Benrahma. It's that easy for me. I've done it. Bosh. Next question. There are 777 watching somehow. Please like the video if you haven't already. We are, of course, aiming for 300. 300 likes is the aim every game. Last time, we breezed past that with aplomb. We just went flying through it. There was no fear in our minds. We just kept going, right? We hit like whatever it was by the end, 500 something, right? We're at 195 already. It just skipped up from 187. So thank you very much. So let's see if if there's that many of you in here right now, we could conceivably hit 300 before we even started. Let's get an unearned like spike. Let's go. And let's have a look at some of these numbers, shall we? Let's have a look at some of these sub bingo predictions. Come on, West Ham Wednesday. Thank you very much, Lee. I hope you're well, my friends. I hope you're good. Come on, let's go. Right, let's have a little scroll through, shall we? And have a look at score predictions. Man coming through with a specific 57 minutes and 47 seconds. You love to see it. 85th minutes, 56th minute, 88th Lanzini for Benny. The later, probably the more accurate. Let's be real. HDU. 73rd. Kufal Johnson. 75 minutes. That's a shout. Actually. That's a good shout. I forgot about Kufal potentially. Both Kufal and Lanzini potentially might need substitutes. That's a fair shout, actually. That's a very fair shout. 78 minutes. Sorry, I don't know why I said 60, 65 minutes, 45. Kufal out for Fredericks. Come on, Wally, let's go. The people, they're turning around on him, Wally. This is what I said. I said, you stick true, they will turn around eventually. And I tell you what, they're turning around now, aren't they? I see people talking positive about it. We were there. You were there. I'm not going to take credit. You were there. 71st minute, Benrahma. 93rd minute on for me on for Antonio. Big players, Josh. Would love to see that. I would love to see it. Someone from the live chat getting substituted on up front. I'd be here for it. I can't lie for you. 89 minutes, Lanzini for Diop. 60, Johnson for Kufal. I'm assuming that means 56, but it could also mean 62. Could also mean 52. Could also mean 26. Could also mean 25. Could also mean 5th minute, 6th minute, 2nd minute. Who knows? Darren Higgins is coming through with a solid 5.62, and I respect that. 65 minutes, Benrahma. 71st minute, Vlasic for Pabs. How do you watch the match? I'm glad you asked, Kiam, because, of course, it's not being shown on UK television. It's on, I think, is it Paramount Plus in the US? Peacock? Which one is it? Let the people know. However, if you are in the UK, you're looking for somewhere to watch it, there are definitely places you can have a look. Where else are we saying for these sub bingos? Let's have a scroll. 61st minute. I hope they're winning. Fair. 65 minutes, Benrahma. 72 minutes, 69, Emma Johnson. Emma. Let's do it. Let's gender flip them bad boys. You know, let's mix it up. 45 minutes, half-time sub, Kufal on Fredericks. Kufal off Fredericks on 59 minutes. Big Sam off Antonio, just a lump up front, and I want it and need it potentially in my life. 60th minute, Johnson for Kufal. 73rd minute, Antonio for Diop. 68th minute, Vlasic for Manuel. 78th minute, Antonio for Vlasic. 89th minute, Noble for Lanzini. Greetings. 67 minutes and 12 seconds double sub, says Dan. Accurate. Adore that. Adore that. Yeah, I was good. Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but there's something in the way with that one. Something in the way with that one. 10th minute, Kufal for Fredericks. 74th minute, Kufal for Fredericks again. 88th minute, Yama for Jared. Big ones. No young ones on the bench at all. None. I don't know why. Just not there. Just not living life. Question: Why is it when I look at Danny DeVito and you, I see you doing a WWE entrance? What song would you be? Tag team entrance would obviously have to be the Dudley Boys. He is Devon. I think it speaks for itself. Geo for Antonio. Do you know what? Geo for Charlie at the first minute wouldn't be a bad thing, would it? Let's be real about it. Yarmo for Bowen. Yarmo up front 70 minutes or 4-4 now. Love that. Big plays. Oh, Danny, my manager. Danny, yes. And my song would be the Macarena. I don't know. I lost it there. I feel like I have a better option than that, but I've just lobbed it in there. Everyone hit the like button and subscribe button. As Lee said, if you haven't already to Lee's channel as well, definitely do that. But everyone, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, because we do these watch-alongs every single match day on this channel. We are live from an hour and 5 minutes before kickoff with the build-up show. I join half an hour before kickoff, and then we are live the entire time. I've only missed one in 2 years. So make sure to get involved, because we are always here to watch it all together. So hit the bell notification while you do, so you don't miss out on any of that stuff. And, hit the like button while you're there as well. Baby Bell or Stilton. Edam all day. Stilton scares me. It's too strong. I'm a chicken. I'm a chicken, Jeff. I'm a chicken. Don't you know if you hit the like button? You gotta hit the like button. Don't you know you gotta hit the like button? You gotta hit the like button. Danny looks like he's wearing Stone Cold Steve Austin watch. Listen, I won't get one because they're probably very expensive. I should have asked Ray to get one when he was at Mania, but scenes. And finally, we'll say a couple of minutes before kickoff, because we of course have a timer, so you know exactly how far behind I am, because I might be a little bit, although if we're all watching stream today, maybe I won't be, to be fair. However, I will remind you all to come, just stick around until full time. What was I going to say? I was going to say something else. Can't remember what it was. Let's get score predictions in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. We are very close. We are very close right now to kickoff. We're a couple of minutes away. You've seen the teams. You've seen everything. What are your final score predictions? Lob them in the chat. It should be Chumbawamba. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Oh, Danny boy. Yes, Danny boy. Wait. Danny boy. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Yeah, mate, that's a banger. That is a banger. And once more, I'll remind you, if you need a link for today's game, because of course it's not being shown on UK television, and scroll down into the description below, there's a thing called Discord. It says join our Discord. Click on that. Completely free. Lovely Hammers chat. West Ham community fans of all clubs welcome. But most importantly, if you scroll down the left-hand side, you'll see a bit called stream links. It's tripped over my words there. See a bit called stream links, and it will have exactly what you're looking for. Almost frightening how it does it. If there's not one in there, there will be one soon. I'll say that now. There will be one soon. And make sure to thank the people over there, be it Tom, be it Ben, whoever's doing it, Henry, whoever's in there, Ginge, whoever's in there doing it. Make sure to thank them. Just gone through the Brentford lineup, pretty much full strength. Zanka replaces Janssen, going 2-0 Brentford. Yeah, that's the Janssen's the only one really missing. It's scary to some extent. Let's have a look at some of these score predictions. How close are we on the likes? Oh, we're at 256. Quick, go. Go. Before kickoff, we can do this. We can do this. Pep, go. Right. 2-1, 3-2. Definitely hit like now. Just Scott, just get involved. Come on, Scott. 1-1, 2-1. Dawson and Zuma to score. Cresswell hat-trick of assist to make up on Thursday. James, big plays. I would love it. 3-1, 2-1 to the Hammers. Bowen, Dawson, high scoring for 3-3 draw. Bloody hell. Hoping for a win. 2-1. Deploy the boys. Come on. Let's go. 1-0 today to those dickhead Irons, blood. Let's go. I'm here for it, Lucas. I'm here for it. Brentford 2, West Ham 3. Would love that, Lee. I would take that all day. 3-2. Alan's agreeing. Craiginio, Brace, Lanzini, F it. Brentford. Yes. 11 games scoring drought for Antonio. Will it end today? It's a big question. 3-1, 3-0. I haven't laughed, just getting last one in for the bet there. Just a last cheeky jump in for the bet. Last cheeky jump in for the bet. My antivirus is kicking off like mad. You can probably figure out why. Because I, of course, today am in North Idaho. I'm in my holiday home in North Idaho, as I always am on games like today. I'm in my holiday home in North Idaho. Don't question it. We'll, of course, be kicking off momentarily, ladies and gentlemen, at the Brentford Community Stadium for Brentford versus West Ham United. West Ham United. Once I find something like, no, I get that. I get that, antivirus. I get it. No, I get that. It works. We can say that much. At least it works. I'm having issues. But you best believe we'll get there. We will get there as a team, guys. We'll get there as a team. Good to see you, Todd. I hope you're well, bro. Great result for the Hammers yesterday. Let's hope we get a result today. Big. I strongly agree. It was a big situation, and hopefully, it works out for us. 3-2 West Ham. I'll take that, Peter. I'll take that. I swear to God. I swear to God. Oh, I'm having a mare. Ladies and gentlemen. We'll get there. We will get there. There we go. We're off. I've got it up, ladies and gentlemen. I can confirm officially the one in Discord is working. Not because I've clicked it, because I'm in my holiday home in North Idaho and no one can prove me different. But it does exist. It does exist. I need to fix this as well because I'm slightly off. There we go. Let's go. Deploy the boys. Come on, you Irons. Big plays. Charlie does indeed have it up. Craig Dawson did just did absolutely do in Wissa there. Just absolutely did him in. So if you're looking for a way to watch the game, I can confirm this is now officially working. If you could choose any West Ham player, past or present, to play in this team, who would you pick? That's a great question, Stevie C. The answer, as always, will be Carlton Cole, because I just love him more than life itself. Benayoun, it'll probably just be someone I liked. Do you know what I mean? Would they work? Probably not, but screw it. Let's go. Give it a shot. My God, I almost killed Danny. For luck. Necessary. It's going to be a drop ball. West Ham are going to take it, just to boot it forward, just to hoof it forward. Clean sheet will give us momentum for Leon. Perfect world anyway. I would love that. I'd be big into that, Ben. I'm not going to lie. I would take any clean sheet win today would be huge for us, would be massive for us. Big long ball out from Fabianski, looking out to Kufal on the right. Trying to get involved with Bowen. Antonio dropping a little bit deep. Awkward pass. Souček comes in with the interception, but that's an awkward pass as well. Brentford try to bounce the ball forward. I think there's going to be a lot of that today. It's going to be an interesting game. To see how that kind of stuff works out. I'm interested to see how Kufal plays. He hasn't been at his best for a while, Payet is the option, Ian, isn't it? Payet, like Tevez as well, but Tevez would be a great shout for this team as well. But Payet just in general. See that goal he scored this week? Bloody hell. Danny, Jesus. Hang on, let me just do this. Let's just, come on, Danny, stay still, mate. Come on. There we go. I think I can turn now and not kill him. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's turn the volume up as well because I just want to hear it. I want to live it. There we go. Right. It's going to be a throw in to Brentford down the right-hand side. Zanka to take it very, very deep into West Ham's half. We're talking in the corner quadrant. Brentford, everyone in there. He's going for a long throw here, Zanka. Going for the big old long one. Loops it in. Head away from Cresswell, and then Pablo Fornals just drives it, just threads it down the line. Looking for Antonio, doesn't quite make it work. And Brentford recollect the ball. For those of you asking for a link, there is definitely one in here that works. I can confirm that 100% because I'm in North Idaho and the North Idaho TV network is going strong today. I'll tell you that much. It's going strong. But there's definitely one. Antonio to score for a confidence boost in time for Leon. I would be big into that. I'm not gonna lie. I think Antonio is getting there. He's been building up confidence recently. He's been getting better and better. So I think a goal for him would be. Usually I'd be like, nah, but I think at the moment it's getting there. Rico Henry on the ball, trying to charge forward. He's being charged down by Jarrod Bowen, but it's a good ball into the box. Awkward. It's cleared away by Zuma, and Fornals just hooks it clear. West Ham very, very deep in the opening stages of this game. Oh, nice 1-2 from Brentford. Plays into the box, looking to maybe try and find a space for a shot. Just getting forward, just hits an absolute pile driver off Cresswell. And Brentford win the ball back well. It was awkward. Whipped into the box. Ooh, Wissa trying to get his head onto it. Kurt Zuma battling for it and just hooking it away. It does look like it is a three. It does look like a three at the back. Maybe Mbeumo playing as a right wing back type thing. He has played out wide before. I know when we've faced him, he's always played up front, but he has always been a winger. He was a winger. He has played out wide, so it wouldn't surprise me entirely. We'll see how that works out. Good interception there from Aaron Cresswell. Now Declan Rice just hoofing it up the pitch. I don't know. We're resorting to just hoofing it at Antonio very early here. Early doors, Brentford looking very good. We are very deep. We're trying to just survive, it feels like right now. They're pressing us very high. They're making it Dawson's down. They're making it very difficult for us. And so we'll see. We'll see. 10 seconds behind. Listen, if anyone's behind me, it's a bit of a madness. Let's be real. We'll be made more comfortable with Areola. Need to command the box. I think because we're going to sit so deep, I'll back Fabianski for this one. Like I feel like Areola's at his best when there's like some space in front of him. I feel like because we're so much up against the wall, it makes sense to have. I'm fine with Fabianski, although I don't think you're wrong though. To be fair, I don't think you're wrong. Would you rather have a remote control Danny DeVito or West Ham win the European Cup? Ooh. Do you know what? West Ham win a European Cup. However, if you said to me, would you rather have West Ham win a European Cup or have like a GoPro on Danny DeVito's head and I can just see what's going on in his life, I'd maybe pick that. Hope somehow he never sees this. I hope somehow he never sees this. I would say there are multiple links in the Discord if you're looking for it. I can guarantee you that. Ben has been doing bits and has got that one sorted. Smeller wasn't, yeah, very much so. He's gone down for a while there. He's got up now. We're playing, players resumed, but very much ready to just go through a dude, you know? Whipped into the box, looking for it, headed away from West Ham awkwardly by Kurt Zouma. And Mbeumo then just taking the ball away from Fornals beautifully. Sorry, the other way around. Fornals took it away from Mbeumo. Oh, then Antonio with a lovely first touch. He was so good at that against Leon. He's doing it again. Just that hold-up play. First time pass down. West Ham spread the ball out to the right. So far with the early ball in. Can't quite get there. Fornals a little bit unlucky. Just a touch there and maybe West Ham get an opportunity. But a nice counter-attack. Better. Again, we are just sort of punting it. And I'm not super keen on that. It works against the poor touch from Manuel Lanzini on the throw-in. Throw-in just straight to him. Terrible touch. It goes straight out for Brentford. We better in that sense. I mean, we've been really poor in transition from defense to attack of late. And this is a rare... Leon, we weren't great at it, but we were hitting Antonio relatively consistently. And when we were hitting him, he was controlling it. His hold-up play was really good. We're sort of trying to do it again today. And I see why. Brentford have some that's a really nice ball from Pablo Fornals into Jared Bowen trying to work their way forward. But I feel like we are just poofing at Antonio sometimes and just hoping he gets there. And it's like... Rice to Cresswell, back to Kurt Zouma, West Ham. Just slowly getting forced back here. Again, Brentford's press. This is what they do. So Foul trying to find Souček, who just... Not really happening. Straight out for into Brentford there. That's fine. It's a hoof forward from Brentford. We should deal with this. Aaron Cresswell does all under pressure from Mbeumo. But thankfully, Fabianski comes and collects it well. That's that sort of commanding nature we were just talking about with Areola. But he's done well there. West Ham in an awkward position. Rice and Fornals just playing each other into what feels like worse and worse trouble. Souček battling for it with Wissa. Good tackle, Declan Rice. Just where it felt like Wissa could maybe get away from it here and now. Maybe a counter-attack opportunity on the cards. But again, just a little bit of pressure from Christian Eriksen on Sufal. He turns around and passes it backwards and asks us to go a different direction. Brentford transitioning well from attack to defense as well. They're looking quite organized. In defense, it does look more like a 4-5-1. Big diag from Rice out to Sufal, whose first touch takes it back and we pass backwards again. I'm not necessarily against it in the early stages. We can sort of pass it back if we want to do that then. As we get later into the game, I would prefer us not to, but we can kind of do that in the early stages. And now we're just Dawson and Zouma passing it around, just Brentford getting closer and closer there. Rice into Souček, finds Sufal out on the right-hand side. Souček again, once again, just giving him the options and again, just passing it back. They do well. They cover. We're a very risk-adverse side. So if at any point there is a moment where we don't really have an obvious pass, we tend to just turn around and go backwards. Although that was a decent enough pass to Sufal there. He was trying to get forward. Back to Lanzini. It wasn't a great pass, but he's managed to pick it up. Dinks it into Bowen. Bit OTT, but we do win a corner. We'll take that. We have won a corner off Ethan Pinnock. It was a little dink forward looking for Bowen. It doesn't quite work. It was a bit nothing-y, but we've won a corner from it. I don't know why he gave it out like that, but he did. Bowen to take the corner out on the right-hand side. All the big boys in there, whipped in, looking for that front post. And Freya came out and just paws at it. Doesn't quite get a strong touch at all. Cresswell tries to put a second cross in. It's blocked and we get a throw in. Going once again for that near post corner. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new around here, you won't know this. I think it's the most pointless thing in the world. Yet we're obsessed with it. We've not been doing it recently, which has been fun. Today, we're back on our bullshit. And what can you do? How's Kufal playing? Jeff, good to see you, by the way. Let's say fine so far. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So far, so sort of okay. Every time the crowd boos, he plays like a beast. It's very. He's so good. He's so cool. I think it's a mixture. The commentators were just saying it's a mixture, Scott. West Ham trying to ping it through. Antonio can't quite get there. It's a mixture, right? We'll see what happens. Rice doesn't even pass the ball. He just touches it and it goes where he wants. Do you know what I mean? It's like a hack, like a Call of Duty hack. You know what I mean? Just shoots the gun and you're dead. He just touches the ball and it lands at someone's feet. Recently, he's been a bit iffy, but, you know, in general. Kind of do. Brentford tried to play out from the back, and that is dangerous. I'll tell you what, if they've watched any of our recent games, they should know not to play out from the back like that, because we have been really good and we got the goal against Leon from doing it. And yet, once again, they've played out of the back, and we've just pressurized them into an awkward position. Declan Rice over hitting that pass for Bowen, just unfortunately. And we win the ball back. That's the sort of stuff we can do. Again, we need to maybe not waste chances like that. We'll see how it goes. We're getting a little bit more into the game. Last sort of 5 minutes or so, we've been getting more and more into this game. When we first joined, it was scary, difficult, frightening. Other synonyms for the word scary. But now we're sort of slowly getting there, although just Zuma and Cresswell just playing some dangerous football. They're all Pablo Fornals with a cheeky back heel flick volley thing. No confidence on that. Oh, that's nice 1-2. That was a nice 1-2 from Brentford, trying to work their way into the box. Can't quite. And Pablo Fornals lays it out to Lanzini. Just doesn't go for it. And Brentford recollects the ball. Similarly, this is why we're sort of punting it, because we tried to play our way out of trouble there. And I'll be honest with you, there's not enough people for it. All whipped into the box, but easily caught from Fabianski from the header from Mbeumo, just straight into him. Realistically, when we're playing the ball around and we're trying to get it out, that's probably our best way of doing it. But Brentford pressurize us and they push us and it makes it difficult, right? And we end up punting it. The problem is we don't have enough people forward. We're very deep in the early stage of this game right now. We're very deep. It's really only Antonio forward when we're in those situations, and we're just sort of pumping it at him and hoping for the best. But Thomas Souček with a big diag, beautiful stuff. Soufal with an awkward first touch. He tried to just... It makes sense. He was up against Rico Henry there. He tries to get the touch first to put Henry into an awkward position, and he manages to win a throw-in off it. Big searching diag from Thomas Souček. You love to see it. Short. Back to Soufal. Back to Lanzini. West Ham now sort of calmly passing it around with no real idea of where they're going, if I'm being honest about it. They're just sort of doing it. And again, Brentford just working their magic, just covering the passing lanes and pushing us back and back and back. And we're back in our own half now. Dawson's passing it around with Rice and Zuma. Trying to play it forward. Good interception. And now Brentford can break. Mbeumo. He has Tony ahead of him, has Riso ahead of him. He's played it out across to Ericsson instead. Played it in. Oh, nice touch, but Zuma just clears it well. If we get Europa League again, I'm pretty confident we will. I mean, really, it really is just depending on who tries to buy him at this point, right? Like, realistically, if one of the big clubs come and they've paid enough money, then yeah. But I do think, I think if we get Europa League, that gives us a really good opportunity to keep him again. Because all of a sudden, as Gonzo was saying in the build-up, if say Man United were to come, you do have to ask yourself whether or not that's good enough. You know, I think there's a question to be raised. What's your go-to McNugget sauce? Great question, Kiri. It's probably barbecue, then ketchup, tomato sauce. Never tried any of the others, but it's probably barbecue. There's a lot of barbecue sauce gets consumed. You know, a lot, too much. Some would say, too much. Some would say. Barcelona, Frankfurt. Brentford and Wiston. I would say I would say Frankfurt, but I can't act like I don't want to see Barcelona. Frankfurt is probably the best option we've got. Although I think we could take Barcelona. And actually, there's an argument to be said that tactically, Barcelona suits us more than Frankfurt does. But I can't act like I just don't want to see West Ham at the new camp. Do you know what I mean? Good to see Chuck. Hope you're well, my friend. Hope you're all good. Hope things are going well for you, bro. I've just seen a Maze Beacon teachers typing reference in the chat, and I am heavily here for it. Heavily here for it. Free kick to West Ham on the halfway line. We're very deep in our half. When we get forward, we're creating some sort of essences of an opportunity, some sort of wisps of a vibe of an opportunity, but not really consistently enough for my liking. And the rest of the time, it is very much just Brentford herring at us and stopping us from doing anything. But there, Kurt Zuma sort of comes out of the thing. Yeah, it should probably have been a yellow there. Kurt Zuma goes down, taken down by the number 6. Richard and Kufar sort of colliding with each other. Dawson maybe getting some more treatment. Maybe getting some treatment here. I'm not really sure yet. They're talking about head injuries and the potential of Dawson coming off, but it seems like we're going to carry on. This is coming off. He says he was elbowed by Kufal, who Wissa of course was the one who collided with Dawson, who was cleared out by Dawson. But he also just collided with Sufal. Both had sort of arms flailing all over the shop, and he's saying he was elbowed by him. I don't think it was purposeful. Both of them were sort of going wild with it, but yeah. Good opportunity for West Ham off a free kick. Trying to take it calm, slowly. Fornals plays it out to Sufal, whose cross in was better not spoken about. It's going to be a goal kick to Brentford. Again, we're sort of... It feels like a game of few opportunities for us so far. It really does. It feels, this is a bad thing to say. It feels a little bit like Leon did in the later stages of that game, where it is kind of just all Brentford, it feels like. And we're just sort of hitting it and hoping it and trying to sort of counter-attack. But before that, it's just, you know. Jim Jam, I am watching it, of course, in America. I am definitely in America. I am in North Idaho. However, if you're looking for a way to watch the game, there's ways you can find it. Brentford through. That's a good hit, but Fabianski saves it. Just a long Route 1 counter-attack from Brentford, and Mbemo gets in behind and just absolutely hits one. It's a beautiful pass through, to be fair, from Tony, and just on his weak foot as well, I think, in Burma. Just hits it first time. He might be left foot, actually, I'm not sure. But just hits a stinging shot towards Fabianski, who just palms it away strongly. And it's a corner for Brentford. Good just Route 1 stuff. Good Route 1 stuff. Christian Eriksen to take the corner. On the left-hand side, whips it in. To the near post, punched away by Fabianski. It's still up in the air for Brentford, trying to bing it across, and Mbemo hits it again, but it's well over there from the half volley from Mbemo. Mbemo. I'm just going to say Mbemo for now. We'll see how it goes. I do love potatoes, and I would know that they're the home of potatoes because I am here. You know. Yeah, not enough, James. It's got to be said, we're not doing enough right now. It's difficult, right? It's a difficult game. Like I said, Brentford are never a great matchup for us, really. It's just never really worked for us. The preseason game when we just sort of beat them 1-0 at a canter was, I think, what's the word I'm looking for? A novelty. You know what I mean? I don't know how to word it, but it was a one-off type thing. Whereas the Premier League game felt more realistic. And again, it's another one here where we're sort of seeing again. And it feels a little bit like Lyon in the second half, where it was just, we were completely up against it. It's a very difficult situation to be in here, but Declan Rice is coming forward the ball in the center of the park now, playing it out to Soufal. Has Bowen on the inside of him. Back to Declan Rice instead. There was some space there. There was some space, and we just didn't. I know. Look, I've said this before. It's good that we have a sort of a default mode. Our default mode is to play it out to the likes of Soufal, to the likes of Cresswell, out wide and get those crosses in. And it's good that we have that because it means we always have a sort of purpose to us, even when we don't know what to do. But there was an opportunity there where there was so much space in the middle of the park and Declan Rice had it. And instead, we're just obsessed with getting it out to the wing to try and cross it in. And it's just a waste. When you have that space in front of him, go into it, put him on the back foot, get him in an awkward position. Hey, and if you're on the edge of the area and you play it out wide and get across in, that's fine. But don't automatically go for that sort of Soufal on the right, Cresswell on the left position. You know, those early crossing type position. Let's try and get at him. It's just a little bit of a waste. And again, it's a shame. Lanzini on the ball. We still have the ball though. After saying all that, we just wasted a lot of time with it. Fornals lays it out nicely to Soufal. Cross it in. Souček gets his head onto it. That was the first sort of vibe of a chance there. It wasn't a great opportunity. Souček's headed straight into the hands of Raya at the end of it. Fornals just slots the ball through to Soufal, who whipped it in to Souček, who just right place, right time, gets his head onto it. It was a calm header at the end of the day. It wasn't anything special. It wasn't anything impressive, straight into the hands. But it's our first attempt on goal, and we'll take it. We'll take it. Or long boot up the pitch from Brentford, but cleared away. Cleared away. And we're making it awful. We're making it awkward for Brentford right now, but they've managed to deal with that well, and now they have the opportunity to come away with it down the left-hand side, down the right-hand side, even I should say now. Trying to move around, and now they've just decided to take the ball back. And again, we press them now. Press them now. They're passing around on the halfway line. They're passing around amongst their defenders. Press them now. Where's Antonio? Get forward. Press them, bruv. It's fine. They've just passed forward. Oh, terrible. Terrible pass from Aya straight into the path of Bowen. Souček with a nice 1-2 with Soufal. Getting him forward, lays it down the line for Mikel Antonio, who's wide on this right-hand side, trying to get a little bit of space. He's trying to take on Rico Henry, beats him, tries to pin it across, but can't quite do anything with it. And it's punted clear, and it's going to be a throw into West Ham on the right-hand side, near enough the halfway line. Antonio going for it there. It was Rico Henry was backing him up. It was Pinnock who was the one he was 1v1 against. Could have done better. Could have done better. It's not the first time. Probably won't be the last time someone says something similar to this. When I go to games, I get a lot of, "You fullback got your haircut, Charlie." That kind of vibe, you know. What I'll say is I trust your wife's opinion, Todd, more than I trust the other people. BREWHU one almost getting up there. Brentford getting an opportunity, but it's cleared away. It was offside in the end, but it was close. That's such a good ball. That's such a good ball. I'm not even convinced it was offside, if I'm being honest about it. It was a great ball forward. Zuma's down. Zuma's down. He's holding his... He's just sort of down. Dawson's also struggling. Not really something... Dawson's got amp shot. It's not really something... It's just in my head, he's just got a beer gut, and I don't know why. Not really ideal going into Thursday night. Both of our best centre-backs are down injured right now. Kurt Zuma's getting treatment on the pitch. Dawson has been struggling. Diop, is that Diop? Yeah, Diop's getting warmed up here. Potentially could come on. Do you know what? I would make the argument, if there's even any doubt, get one of them off. If it is Zuma if there's any doubt around Zuma, if there's any doubt around Dawson, and I know people aren't going to like this, I think you just take him off and I think you bring Diop on. I don't think you waste any time with this. I think you give him as much rest as humanly possible going into Thursday night. I don't want to see. It's more important that Zuma's fit for the weekend. If there is even if you're like 80% certain he could carry on, no, take him off. Take him off. Although it seems like there's probably less than that because he's walking off slowly here. He is a broken boy. Kurt Zoom's coming off. I think it's a foot injury. And I think it's going to be Diop who's going to come on instead of him. Perfect ahead of Thursday, isn't it? That happening, really? Yep, Diop is coming on. He's having a conversation with Kevin Nolan and David Moyes now about what to do. Problems. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. Diop on for Kurt Zuma. If you had 29 minutes as your sub bingo, congratulations. But Issa Diop makes his way onto the pitch. Honestly, he gets a game, and I can't complain too much about it. Going to be a free kick to West Ham just outside the area. Fabianski to take it. Big old hoof up the pitch. Trying to find a bit of space. West Ham, but can't really do it. Everyone lost something, Kiri. Confidence -1, nerves +2. Yeah, a little bit. Don't know what you're talking about. Multi-talented guy. Don't even have to touch my hands. Don't even have to touch the keyboard with my hands. Is maybe what I should have gone with there. But still, Diop is scoring the winner today and versus Lyon. Love that, James. Love that, James. Love that energy. Love that vibe. Let's go with it. Antonio taken down, but instead of a free kick, he's going to be offside. It was Declan Rice trying to play the ball into him, just not working. And now Brentford can attack down the right-hand side, looking for a bit of space, play it out wide to Mbemo, who tries to put it in, but the cross was poor. The cross was poor, and it's going to be a goal kick, straight out for a goal kick. Half an hour in, can't act like it hasn't been almost all Brentford. We've had the whispers of an opportunity. We've had that one Souček header that was... He did as well as he could in that situation. It just straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Outside of that, it's been practically Brentford's game. We have. It's an issue. It's an issue to some extent, if we're being honest about it. They've been completely in control of this game. Like I say, it feels more. If you were to say, does this feel like what would you compare this to? It would be Lyon in the second half. It feels very much like we're just sort of holding on and we're just sort of pumping it at Antonio. And again, he's been very good with the knockdowns against Lyon. He's doing it again today as best he can. Oh, that's a nice header on from a long ball from Brentford. Trying to play it in. A touch from Diop. Can't quite get away from it. Mbemo's in there. Good blocks from just everyone throwing their bodies on the line. Shot from Eriksson straight into the hands of Fabianski. As calm as you like. But again, just that ball forward nodded on. And all of a sudden, Brentford are in. It feels very, very scrambled defending there. Not much order, not much civility to it. Just sort of throwing their body in the way type stuff. It does, like I say, Antonio's been better at the knockdowns recently. Yes, in the last game, he was pretty good at the hold-up play. But it feels like it's that or nothing right now, which is an issue. Pumped forward again by Brentford, getting in Wissa, trying to find a little bit of space. Just cleared away. Easy enough from Craig Dawson. Brentford now trying to work the ball across to the other side of the pitch. Take a point now. I don't know if I would yet. I'd want to see how... Listen, if the game went like this, I would take a smash and grab, but I don't know if I'd take a point as of yet. Brentford forced all the way back into their own half, back into their area. Again, press them. I mean, they're very tired. They play every single second of every game, but Henry does well into the path of Wissa, went back in by Henry, looking for Ivan Toney, can't quite find it, and Dawson heads it back to Fabianski calmly. Good defended by Diop in the build-up to that, just stopping Ivan Toney there. Their diags are beautiful. Brentford have such a beautiful diag. Whoever's playing them is just, oof. It's good stuff. Where is it? What are your thoughts on the U5 sub rule? I'm against it. I think it favors big clubs more than it should. If you can afford a deeper squad, that's going to work better for you. I don't mind football changing. BlazBlue. Shout out to the game. Or Blue Blaze. I don't mind it, but it's one of those things where it's just not for me. I just think it's... BREWHU hits it way high and over. I don't mind football changing and adapting and doing things, but this is one of those ones where it does feel like it benefits those big clubs too much, in my opinion. Neither. They are both here. They'll be live, of course, at full time with the review. Geo will join me at half time very briefly as well, so I can go toilet and rest for like 2 seconds. But he will be here at half time, and they will both be back for the full time review. So make sure to stick around until then. By the way, we just hit 300. Thank you very much. We just hit 300 likes. We've smashed past the target today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see where we can go with it before half time. We've hit the goal. So let's see if we can take this any further. Brentford on the ball, looking to get forward. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already as well. Hit the bell notification while you're there, because we are live every single match day with watch-alongs. So make sure to get involved. I haven't missed one. I've only missed one in 2 years, and that was last season at some point because work literally got so in the way that I couldn't move it. So, mate, get involved. Come get involved. See, that was last year. It was 2020 now. So, for over a year, for like what is it, 16 months? Haven't missed a single game doing these. So make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on future ones. Anyway, Brentford playing the ball around to the back, and we should be pushing them, and we're not. Antonio's just lazily walking towards Raya. Go at him. And I know, again, it's difficult because they play this exact same 11 every single game. Awkward touch there from Bemo, and West Ham regain possession from it. Just push him. Make it difficult for him. And I know we just sort of calmly try to cover the passing lanes, but there's times where you just want to hear him and make it difficult. Somehow we've managed to force all the way back to Fabianski there, who just hoofs it kind of aimlessly up the pitch. And guess what? Brentford win the ball back. This is just how it works. Cleared away. It's going to be a West Ham throw in on the right-hand side, but still. You're not wrong, HD. You're not wrong. What are you talking about? Me? Danny? Hanging out? You know? Kufal to take the throw in on the right-hand side, about the halfway line. Dawson lays it back to Fabianski. Trying just a big punt forward, and guess what? Brentford win it back. It's almost like it's a waste. Thankfully, they've been a bit awkward with the possession there, and now West Ham get the opportunity to break forward. Pablo Fornals plays it out wide to Soufal. Rice picks it up. Lanzini. He has Pablo Fornals on the inside of him. Just in it's about the centre of the park here, Lanzini. Just West Ham again being forced back, and just Brentford back. Rice with a nice direct ball there. You love to see it. Soufal plays it in. First touch early. Can't quite get it in. Goes out for a second time to him. Declan Rice with the ball in. No one even close to that one. And it's just punted away. We'll take that. Tell you what. We'll take a punt away. We'll take a punt away and recollect, regain the ball, regain our composure. And we do. Fornals in an awkward position there, manages to find Lanzini. Dawson, he has Soufal wide of him. He's probably going to go there. He does. Soufal collects it back to Dawson. And now West Ham just passing it around, sort of trying to, again, Brentford just doing really well to just cover the shadows there, cover the passing lanes, and just make it difficult for us to work our way out of here. And they sort of rotate on the press as well. One person presses for a bit, then they step off, the next person steps up. They're very well drilled in that sense. And as West Ham just pass the ball around here, trying to find a way out, you can just see how good they are at it. And again, a very risk-adverse West Ham under David Moyes aren't really going to look for too many risky passes. Unless it's at the goalkeeper's feet or the centre-backs, then they'll just pump it into space where there's no one. So it's not even risky, it's just stupid. But when it comes to actual risk, then, you know, we'll see how it goes. Dinked into the space of Mikel Antonio. Trying to find a bit of space forward. Rice finds Fornals. Again, we're just sort of, it's Lanzini, even not Fornals. And they're just passing it again. They're just passing it around. We're in the centre circle here. Look, we have possession. I'm not going to complain about it. We're not really doing anything with it. And I'm not entirely certain we know what we want to do with it, apart from get the ball to Soufal or Cresswell in a space where they can cross it early. But right now, West Ham are just passing it around. So what are we saying? What are we saying? Feel sorry for Danny having to sit through all this. Look, is he sitting? Nah, he's standing in it. It's just his height. It's just his height. So winner of Europa League goes to Champions League next year. Is there anything that guarantees us back to Europa League next year, like getting runner-up or something? No. So winner of Europa League goes into Champions League to get, and then it's just all about where you finish in the league or if you win a cup. And we're obviously out of the cups, so it's all about league position, basically. Please answer, do you think Moyes is the best manager in years? I assume is what you mean. Played out wide to Cresswell. Now, the second I look, West Ham tried to find a bit of space forward. Fornals, cross corner. We'll take that. Do you know what? We'll take it. It's not ideal, but we will take it. We'll take it. Is Moyes the best manager in years? I'm probably the wrong person to answer that question. I'm more than willing to admit that. Left-hand side, I'll answer it properly in a second. Left-hand side, corner to West Ham. Antonio, Dawson, Souček, Diop. Dawson and Souček just having a conversation here. And Cresswell to take it from the left-hand side. Dawson, dangerous. Rea just pushing Janot, who's into Antonio there, trying to stop the inevitable march of the big boys. Cresswell puts it into that near post because we're just back on our bullshit today, ladies and gentlemen. Cresswell whips it in. Oh, it was over everyone, but Dawson, sorry, not Dawson, but Bowen managed to get control of it, dinks it in. Dawson heads it on. Diop. Oh, there's an opportunity. I think there might have been an offside, maybe for Issa Diop. There was an opportunity there outside of nowhere. The ball in wasn't great. Ball in was not great, and then the other one just went over the top of everyone. But Bowen managed to make something of it, and Dawson just nodded it in. Yeah, he's well offside there. Diop, Antonio, both offside is what it is. But a moment there, it felt like it could be something. Again, just wasteful of our opportunities today. Really, really wasteful. Well, I say our opportunities. We're barely creating any. What opportunities are there to waste? Our opportunity to create something being wasteful. Still. Throw-in taken quickly on the left-hand side for West Ham. Cresswell back to Diop. Now to Dawson. Diop. Dawson. Dorp. No. I thought there was something there. I think I'm man enough to admit when I was wrong. Favorite player currently in this West Ham team is Pablo Fornals. All time, it's all time. It's probably Yossi Benayoun. I would say Yossi. Would I say Yossi Benayoun? He's up there. Yossi, Carlton Cole, Joe Cole. The boys. Scott Parker. Very negative, Michael. We feel we're very much the away side today, in every sense of how we're acting. There isn't any moment in this match where it's felt like we're not looking for a smash and grab. It feels very smash and grabby. And listen, if we get a smash and grab dub, I'll take it. But it does feel very smash and grabby. Cresswell battling with Mbemo. The game sort of slowed down quite a lot here as West Ham sort of tried to get a bit more possession and a bit more opportunity. The crowd has calmed down for Brentford, and right now they don't really feel that dangerous either. They feel more accomplished than us by a significant distance, but they don't feel great. Still. Whips into the box. Oh, that's a good ball across. Mbemo had all the time and space in the box a little bit, but Cresswell gets in front of him well, and the chips cross the second time from Brentford straight into the hands of Fabianski. That was a great opportunity there. Christian Eriksen, just a big searching, just sees the space, and with his weak foot, just what a pass from Christian Eriksen straight into the path of Mbemo, whose control is great, but he just can't get a shot away in any shape or form. Big hoof up the pitch, looking for Antonio again on a knockdown. Brentford regain possession of the ball. Oh, that's really well done by whoever that is for Brentford. That was really well done to keep that one in. Eriksen tries to play it in him, and Mbemo and Tony just miscommunication there. That was beautiful control. Also, to answer the question is more, I mean, the Moyes thing, I don't know. I'm just going to artfully avoid it. I'm just going to artfully avoid that one. Who's your player of the year? Bowen. For me, it would go Bowen, Zuma, Rice currently in 1, 2, 3. That could change. And Zuma's just gone off injured, and he's had a couple of shaky games recently. But right now it would be Bowen. Bowen's quite considerably out. Bowen is clear out and first for me right now. It's going to be a free kick to Brentford, about just in front of the halfway line, slightly more to the left than it is the center of the pitch. Don't know how many. It was because Craig Dawson came in. I don't know if that's. To be honest with you, I'm not sure there was any foul to be had against Craig Dawson there. He gets as much of the ball as humanly possible. Don't get me wrong, he definitely gets Visa, but way after. But it's going to be a free kick anyway. It's going to be a free kick about 45, 50 yards from goal, something like that. It's far away. It's not. You're talking just a whip in the box here. Eriksen's over it. You wouldn't be shocked about that. Beautiful passer that he is. As Brentford get maybe one last chance of this game, I don't know how much stoppage time is going to be. It'll be announced in a minute. I don't suspect there'll be a lot. We'll see though. Here comes the cross, or here comes the free kick itself. 3 minutes. Okay, so there's going to be at least a couple more opportunities potentially. Rico runs over it, whipped in by Eriksen, looking in there, the header over. Bloody hell, it was almost an own goal. I think it was Soufal with the header. Jesus Christ. It's whipped into a really good position. That's such a dangerous ball. And Soufal just sort of a little bit of C, just gets his head onto it. Thankfully, it goes over, but bloody hell, that was close. It's going to be a corner kick on the right-hand side. Eriksen comes across to take this one as well. Whips it in. The North Idaho TV network glitches a little bit, so I don't see what happens, but it's cleared away. Pinged back into the box, handed away again by Diop. Eriksen. Ooh, Eriksen hits it. It's on target. Wasn't a great hit with any power whatsoever there. It just dribbles into the hands of Fabianski, but it was on target, and the position for it wasn't bad. The accuracy wasn't bad. It just the power just wasn't anywhere enough to give that any sort of danger for Lucas Fabianski. Declan Rice now playing the ball away. We take a short goal kick and try to work our way forward. I say goal kick, it's a ball, isn't it? Oh, that's a nice ball to Antonio, who takes on Pinnock. Tell you what, he's doing well against Pinnock today, Antonio. He's stepping to him. He's sort of putting him in awkward positions, and he wins another corner because of it. He's having to work quite hard here, Antonio, going forward. There's no one really near him. He's having to hold up the ball, just sprint with it, and the ball comes through to him. It was a nice through ball played. And it's him versus Pinnock, and he manages to beat him and put Pinnock in an awkward position to win a corner. It's the second time he's done that. He's doing decent up against him. Pinnock's he's dealing enough with it, but it is what it is. Bones take it from the right hand side, puts it into the box, looking for the back post. Oh, Aaron Cresswell at the far side, just out of nowhere gets a volley. I don't think he was entirely expecting it to happen, but pardon me twice. Lofted in towards the back. Dawson can't get his head on it, and all of a sudden, Aaron Cresswell at the far left just gets an opportunity to hit it, and it's gone wide, but it's a fair chance. Whoever plays under 0.5 goals, but not many people, but it seems to be working. I'll tell you that much. Slow and laborious, very much. No, Pinnock. Jamaican. He's a good player, to be fair. come up through non-league. Good player. Do you think Rice will go? 50-50. 50-50. Brentford playing the ball around at the back now. Whether it happens or not, we'll see. I don't know, Redex. I don't know. Ball over the top looking for Mbemo. Cleared away just by Aaron Cresswell, just hooking it. And there is the halftime whistle. Halftime here at the Brentford Community Stadium. And it's Brentford 0, West Ham 0. Geo Mackie, how do you feel?
I'm all right.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think. Listen, have we been excellent? No. Do we deserve to be ahead at halftime? No. But I wouldn't say that Brentford do either. I think they've probably edged it a little bit in terms of getting forward quicker and whatnot. But I think we've been controlling possession. We've been controlling the tempo. I've been quite impressed. I've seen a different side to West Ham today, I think, where we're a little bit more patient. We're taking the sting out of the game. We've obviously had the disruption to Zuma. Dawson's clearly not 100% either. Mm-hmm. But we've won 15 Premier League games this season. 10 of them have been by one goal. So either we're really good at seeing out leads or we get lucky. And I think when you get the larger the data pool, the more reliable the results. So that would insinuate that we're just good at winning by a goal. Simple as that, really. So I'm feeling optimistic still, Charlie, to be honest with you. I think there's another level to come from us in the second half.
I would agree with that. I think the one thing I would say is even some of those games where we've won 1-0, we've looked a lot more adventurous than we are today. I feel like today I was making it, and this is like, if you were to ask me to describe this as a game that's happened recently, it feels a lot like Lyon's second half in a way, where we are very much backs against the wall. And it's by design. Lyon was by necessity. We were down to 10, very good attacking side. Whereas today it's more by design, right? And it's not anywhere near that bad, but it does still feel like we're sitting deep, and then we're just sort of hitting at Antonio. And to be fair, Antonio I think has done well in the same way that he did in the Lyon game, where I think his hold-up play has been pretty good. I think that's working for him. But it's just a case of we're just lacking that bit. Like, if you were to say to us there's one goal in this game, I would not give it to us at all. I'd give it to Brentford right now. I've got hope. Don't get me wrong. I've got hope still. I don't think we're out of it by any stretch of imagination, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I think, like I said, I think Brentford have probably been the better team to some extent, but at the same time, I feel like we're controlling the ball. When we've got in possession, we're knocking about, which is not really something we see us do very often with confidence. We're passing it around maybe a bit too patiently. Perhaps this is part of the game plan, is David Moyes trying to conserve our energy a little bit by just trying to say, listen, just take it a little bit easy in the first half. Don't go out guns blazing, because then we're going to struggle, and further on in the season, we're going to feel the impact from that. Saying that, we need to win today. A point, it's not the end of the world, but it would be disappointing. It would definitely be a missed opportunity. So there's a little bit of pressure on us to go out there and do better in the second half. But I think it's almost hard not to some extent. And for all Brentford's endeavours and enthusiasm, they've not really had that much opportunity. I think we've probably had, to some extent, similar opportunities ourselves with Creswell's volley at the end there and stuff. So I'm not concerned, not doing cartwheels. I'm okay with it from what I've seen. Could do a little bit better, but I don't think you can underestimate the importance of Zuma going off in terms of the disruption and how that might impact us. However, what I will say, Zuma went off on about the half-hour mark. The half an hour before that, we were hardly playing fantastic football or anything like that. So, but I think there's a concern though that Dawson's also doesn't look too keen, does he? I don't know if he's broke his nose or something, but he doesn't look too happy out there at the minute. And unfortunately, we're going to have to try and get him to play the rest of the game because we don't have another centre back on the bench. So there's no natural replacement for him. So it's interesting. I think, but the thing is, though, what I will say, I think we can do a lot better in the second half. I think you've almost seen Brentford, maybe not their best, but that's about as enthusiastic as they're going to get today, I think. I think we've seen what they've got to offer. We're handling it fine, and I expect more from us in the second half. So I'm sitting okay with that at half-time, Charlie.
I think that's a fair point. What does the chat say, though? I'll leave you lot to it for a bit. I'll let you.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Right, let's see what you guys are saying. Get your comments in. Let's get your comments in and see what you're all saying. Paul saying, get Ben Ram on. Why has Fabianski got no distribution? Keeps catching it and preparing to throw it quickly and nothing. We're sideways and balls. Fabianski's always done that. That's why was never going to really make it at Arsenal. I know they called him Flapianski, but Arsenal, they demand their goalkeeper as good in possession. Remember who the manager was at Arsenal at the time that Fabianski left. He was just not gonna cut it there. That's why they got rid of him. That's why he went to Swansea. That's why he's at West Ham. Anyway, Lucas says that Lanzini and Fornals in the same line was too slow and negative. Ben Rama and Vlasic needs to come on. Yeah, I can agree with that. I think at one point there was Lanzini intercepted Brentford's midfield, and there was a break on really, and he just sort of turned to the left, gave it to Fornals, who cut back a yard and played out to Soufal. So we kept the ball, but it was like we had an opportunity to run at them. Really, we didn't really take it. We've only really got 2 attackers on the pitch at the minute with Bowen and Antonio, and they're quite far apart from each other and other players in the team. Lanzini's very deep. He's dropping far back to pick up possession. I think if you're going to do that, you're going to allow Lanzini to do that. And I think we should, by the way. I like Lanzini going and getting the ball from deep. We need to then utilise Souček better. Get Souček 5-10 yards further up the pitch. We saw it with his header. It wasn't the best header in the world, but he was in the right position in between the Brentford centre-backs. Decent ball, and got his head on it. And it was almost like a glimpse of encouragement. Build on this West Ham, and we didn't really do it again. I've not seen Souček in the box since then. Set pieces aside. Right, let's see what the rest of you are saying. Crikey, a lot of comments. Thank you. Keep your comments coming in, though. Do drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new and all that. And Soufal's best player with the Fredericks comment. Yeah, I agree with that. I saw the Fredericks one saying get Fredericks on, but I actually thought Soufal's been our best player so far. Hammer 1999 says Soufal off with the ball every time. We need to get ball to him quicker. Agree. What do we think for the injuries on Thursday? I think Zuma's precautionary. He did try and play on, which would insinuate it's not that bad. I think they'll both be okay for Thursday, but we'll have to wait and see what Moyes says, I suppose. Ray says get Ben Rama on and Antonio off. Ray, man, what are you chatting about? So you can get Ben Rama on to supply the striker, but have no striker on the pitch. Scott doesn't like Lanzini and Fornals in the same 11, whereas Colin thinks Ben Rama's had enough chances. He's a liability. And Charlie, way to drain the lizard. That's exactly what Charlie's doing. He's a way to awaken his beast. Stephen says our last few games, our throw-ins have been awful. Vast majority end up with opponent. Our throw-ins have been crap for quite a while, Stephen. It's not just the last few games. We've always been bad. Often when we do cups of tea and stuff, and someone will always comment, like, can we get a throw-in coach? Liverpool have a coach. Liverpool have got a coach just for throw-ins. They have a throw-in coach, which when I first discovered that, I thought it was a bit mental. I thought, hang on, you've got a guy that literally just teaches throw-ins in the positioning and that. I thought it was a bit like bonkers, really. But then when you watch West Ham take throw-ins, you think, well, where's our throw? Can we have a throw-in coach, please? So you never know. Michael reckons Antonio is very isolated. We're running him into the ground. Need to get someone closer to him. And Hammer 1999 says Dawson been our best passer. Yes, he did the best pass of the game again, didn't he? Into Antonio's feet on the halfway line, who was sort of dropping back, defender behind him. He gave it to Fornals, spun and run, and there you go, counter-attack on, ball went out to Cresswell, and we got an attack out of it. I agree. NH Hammer says we're asking too much of the small squad, trying to prioritise cup or league and start using the squad to prevent fatigue. Athers 16, Little Athers says not the worst half of football we've ever had, but could be better. That's kind of like my summary. I agree with that. Stevie says Soufal playing well, good crosses, but no one in the box. Lucas reckons Antonio and Bowen need more service, where Ray wants us to sign Tim Krul and bring him on for some reason. Scott says people moan at Said for losing the ball, but he takes risks. That's what we need. Can't disagree with that, actually. I think I've been a bit disappointed with Fornals and Lanzini today. I think, saying that, Lanzini's doing his job. I'm more disappointed with the tactics of Souček, if you want. I think if Lanzini's going to play that deep, fine, but then move Souček. I can't remember who we played. Was that Aston Villa? Did Lanzini play against Aston Villa as well? Whereas Lanzini and Souček were both running and Rice was sitting back. It feels like today that neither of them are really getting forward too much. But I do agree with Harry Plums. I think it's keep it tight till half time so don't run out of legs. Then we'll go up against again. I see that as well. Like I said, we've been passing about loads today in the first half. I don't really remember West Ham doing that, especially not as confidently as we have been, where Brentford have let us have it, admittedly, but we're just slowing the game down. Any momentum Brentford get, we're just taking the pace out of the game completely. And it's, as Charlie said, by design. We're doing this on purpose. It's a tactic. It's not like we're being pinned back by Brentford. We are choosing to move the ball about quite slow. There must be a reason for that. And I think Harry Plums is right here. I think we'll see it crank it up in the second half a little bit. Ewan says that Moyes, Evan, not Ewan, apologies. Evan says that Moyes gives Benrahma plenty of chances. Compare with Anderson at Porto, virtually blacklisted after pulling out challenges. That was a player out of favour. John says Benny will be really up for this. Our last side has offered nothing. Webley says when building momentum, we need to get beyond the constant back passing, while Tim says we're reluctant to cross on the right side, but we keep playing down that side. He's a bit confused. Connor wants to see Bowen get more involved. Hasn't seen much from him. I have to agree with that. I've barely seen him. Nice little dink from Lanzini over to Bowen. Well defended. Got a corner out of it. Then it's little things like that. You get a bit of encouragement. You think that was nice. I like a bit of that. More please, and it just doesn't happen again. Souček in the box. Ball comes over, heads it. More of that. It just doesn't happen again. Anyway. Roger thinks we need a spark to move it quicker. Hopefully that will happen in the second half. Sam says tight game need to be better in transition, while Luke saying Bowen apparently took a bit of a knock in the warm-up. I didn't know that. Thank you very much, Luke. I was not aware of that. Chris thinks Lanzini is too quiet, nothing in the last third, while Mitchell thinks he's a liability. I wouldn't say that. I think he's playing okay. He's not offering much in the final third, admittedly, but he's the one that's moving about and picking the ball up people. I think Souček's the one you want to be looking at today, because at least Lanzini and Weiss are passing and moving in that, and Souček's not really doing that. That's why I want to see him further up the pitch. Jason says keeping possession allows us to conserve energy. Just need to pick up pace in our build-up play to unlock them. Steve says we can't play much worse apart from conceding. While Johnny thinks it's set up for Benrahma winner, and Joe thinks it says a lot that our centre-backs being most positive going forward. That our injured centre-back with a broken nose. He must have broke his nose or something, because it's he's really struggling anyway, isn't he? Don't think it's concussion. I do like to think we'd have subbed him if it was concussion. But anyway. Lucas says Caswell corners continue to be an issue. Never seen him make it past the first defender. Key says about preparation, they've had a week to prepare for this game. We have not. That's also true. Toby says their midfield three is forcing us to sit deeper. Lanzini can't influence that far back. We need to adjust our system. I think Lanzini can impact from that far back as long as there's someone ahead of him. You know, this is what I'll stop going on about it. This is why I think Souček needs to move forward a little bit, so we've got more players ahead of him. Joan also thinks Lanzini and Fornals aren't good together. Tyler says Brentford aren't even playing that well. Just not at the races at the moment. Has Fab been busy? So. Colm says if we can play that bad and still be in it, we will probably nick it with the late Souček header. Hopefully, Colm. Hopefully. Hal says Benrahma has so much class and ability. You'll have to allow him some freedom. He will perform. Whereas James says, I wish we could create some chances. Thought Lanzini and Fornals would help in that respect. Perhaps I'm disrespecting Brentford too much. Forge from Iron. Gatesay says, big blow to this Kurt. Hope he's okay. Big game for Issa. I think he's looked okay since he's come on. Could have had a pen if he wasn't offside. Hammer down under, do or die time soon. Benrahma and Vlasic on after 50 minutes, or we ain't scoring. Kate says finally found a channel to watch the game on after missing the first half. Super Sport going to air on TikTok for anyone who can't watch. If you had to make a change, what would you do? Not yet, but eventually I would take Fornals off and put on Benrahma or Vlasic. I'm 50-50 on which one, really. 50-50. But I wouldn't do it just yet. Probably because I'm maybe giving Moyes and team the benefit of the doubt, Charlie, and thinking that this is their tactics to keep it easy in the first half. So therefore, they must have a plan for the second half. So I'm sort of like, well, let's see what that plan is, and let's see a change in tactics for the second half. But I would like... I've just saying to live chat, I want to see Souček further up the pitch, much further up. Get away from Lanzini and Rice. Go into that number 10 position. You go in the box, you've got a header. Okay, you didn't quite get enough on it. It was an easy save, but it was a good position, good bit of play. I want to see more of that, please. So,
would you be concerned it would leave us a bit too exposed?
What's that, sorry?
Would you be concerned that would leave us too exposed? Moving specifically out of the two, Lanzini from moving Souček as opposed to Lanzini, because I agree one of them I think has to be. I agree that one of them definitely has to move a bit further.
Well, we'll see. It's sort of out of possession, Souček can come back, but in possession, we'll get up the pitch quicker because at the minute I think we're doing everything right in our defensive third. I think we're doing everything right in the middle third to some extent. It's just that final third, there's just not a lot happening. So that's the bit you need to change. And we're going to need to take a risk, because if you play like we have been in the second half, like for like, we're going to struggle to score today. And I don't like that. I want us to win. I don't want to draw. And a draw, it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to complain if we draw, but it'd be one of them where you just think we've maybe missed an opportunity to just put a little bit of daylight between us and Wolves and really move into the driving seat for 6 ahead of Man United and stuff. So there you go.
I would agree. As after 16 says, as Ben says, links in the Discord, link in the description below. I'll play the graphic in a second, but it's down there. Just have a click and you'll find it. Geo, thank you very much. I shall see you at full time, my friend. I appreciate your help.
Thank you. Take care.
There you go. If you want more intelligence, then make sure to come back at full time, because that's when Geo will be live with Gonzo. So hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss out on that. Like the video if you haven't already. We've already smashed past the 300 goal for the stream. We're at 338 right now. So there's over 600 of you, 620 of you in here right now. Let's get on that like button. Let's put this up the algorithm. I will be live though for the rest of the game with you, watching this match. Hopefully seeing a West Ham United dub. If you're a Brentford fan, I apologize, but that's where we're at today. We want a West Ham win. So yeah, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen, ladies and gentlemen. I do agree, Lanzini giving the ball away 4 or 5 times, very out of character. Yeah, I've not been super impressed by him. He's getting in the right positions, but his passing's just been a bit all out of it. I don't know. Anyway, the second half was about to kick off here at the Brentford Community Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to stick around, because we're going to be live, of course, throughout the rest of this game. So make sure to stick around, because this is our watch along. It's not mine. It's not West Ham. It's not Hammer's Chats. It's ours. I'm here by myself, and so without you, it just does not work. So make sure to stick around, because we've got a big half of football, big 45 minutes ahead of us in the Premier League. We're going to need something. We're going to need something. Brentford kick it off, and we are back underway. Happily. We're going to do this. Love that energy. Love that energy. Let's go. Gatesy, my liege. How are you, sir? Oh, I assume it's Gatesy. Could be Duke. Either way, Duke, my liege. If anything, that's more accurate. Duke. Yeah, I mean, that's almost royalty. Either way, I hope you're well. I've subscribed to Forge for Minds if you haven't already, people. Come on now. Apparently, I'm king. Shout out Jay, by the way. Old school Hammer's Chat person, Jay. Been here since the start. Intriguing game, this. It is intriguing. I'm excited to see where it goes. West Ham struggled in that first half to some extent, not really been playing to their best. As Geo said, I think that's a good point. Maybe Brentford sort of are at their top gear, so we've got gears to go through. Let's see if we can do it. Declan Rice being pressed early doors there from Brentford, but and Fabianski just forced to just boot it forward. A little bit awkward there, but I think that's a fair point. Brentford may be playing at their top level, whereas we definitely have levels to go if we deploy the boys. Let's go. Deploy the boys. Come on now. Played down the line from Brentford, looking to attack down the left-hand side. Rico Henry's there, Wissa's there, Ericsson's there, whips the ball in. Dawson just leaning in to try and get a touch on it, and Fabianski collects it, but it's a good ball. Really nice ball, just into a very awkward position, and he does well to do it, but yes, he is named after the would you call it an arcade? I mean, I guess there were arcade games on home consoles, right? 4 back cousin, 2 joysticks, Neo, Geo. Do you remember that song? I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know who Keith Abercary is, but Neo, Geo. I need to listen to that again. I'm just going to type that in if I can remember. Abercary. I'm just going to type it in so I can remember later, because I need it. I need it in my life. Oh, that's a good ball round for Mbemo there, who hits it early, and it's 1-0 Brentford. That's a good finish. Mbemo with the goal. We haven't been solid enough defensively, arguably, in this game, and it's paid off there for Brentford, who have created the opportunity out of it, just like that. Brentford 1, West Ham United 0. Well, there you go. If the plan was to sit tie up and defend, then now we've got an option to go for it. We have to throw in into Ivan Toney, just one touch into Mbemo, bang. From the throw in, 2 touches and it's in the net. Thrown in, Toney, first touch, ball round the back, in between Diop and Dawson. Dawson can't get there in time. Mbemo round the back of Aaron Cresswell, first time hit, really nice finish. Low and hard past Fabianski, maybe. I don't know. Look, the point is Brentford 1, West Ham United 0. It's a very good goal. Lightning quick. There you go. Now we need to step up. Mbemo, goal in the 48th minute. And now, if there was ever an excuse for West Ham to start actually attacking, this would be it. We need to step up to this situation. That throw-in was... I know I usually say how bad we are from throw-ins. We literally just gave it to them for a goal kick from a throw-in. Pointless. We need to do something now. We haven't been good enough getting forward in this game so far. It's sort of happened and we had, like Geo said, I felt like we have levels to go up and we haven't shown it yet today. Now's the time to show it. 1-0 down to Brentford. Second half, we need to wake up. We need to get going and we just haven't. And now they're breaking forward again here, Brentford. Good ball down the line. Just Ayer just going all the way forward. Just no one vibing tackling him, no? When their centre back just comes all the way up the pitch and dribbles all the way into our box. No one vibing it? No? Okay, well. Ericsson and Lanzini literally tried to snatch the ball off each other. And apparently it's a free kick to Brentford. There. And all of a sudden, the Brentford fans are loud. They're vocal right now. They're vibing. Lanzini and Ericsson is sort of a bit of 50. Well, I'd say 50-50. It was more Ericsson fouling Lanzini than not. But I don't know if it was a foul. Lanzini goes down, handles the ball, and it's going to be a free kick to Ericsson. About 45 yards from goal, relatively near the centre circle. Maybe 40 yards from goal. He takes it short quickly. But the poor second pass gives West Ham the opportunity to clear their lines. Not a single person even remotely close to the halfway line for West Ham. And now, when the ball goes up that end, Brentford collects it and go again. Nodded away from Craig Dawson into the area. Right, backs against the walls time, ladies and gentlemen. Time to step up. What can we do? You know? We have, if we sort of need a win from this game. Maybe not need, but it would really do us the world of good. A loss would be a very big L here. A draw wouldn't be great. And now we need to show, can we do literally anything from this position? From the first half, it feels like no, but we need to step up a level. Antonio with an awkward pass. Thankfully, it survives. Oh, that's good pressing from Brentford up against Sofalder. Difficult situation now. Very difficult situation. There's a lot of things Antonio shouldn't, but you know, big ball over the top for Mikel Antonio, collects it on the left hand or far over on the right hand side. Lanzini short to Souček. Back out to Antonio. Looking for a cross here. Maybe Souček was in there. Bone was in there. You know what I mean? Dawson looking for a big diag a la the Lyon game, but to be honest with you, it's an unforced error from Ayer a little bit there. Straight out for throw. Takes it short to Declan Rice. Dawson in the centre circle now. This is where West Ham needs to be better. When we have possession of the ball, we need to be a bit more incisive. We need to stop passing it around and just look for that little ball on the inside and stop just sort of backing out of it. Cresswell has the ball. Fornals, Rice. Thanks, Declan. That was really good. I'm really glad you did that pass. It's a goal kick. Do you know what I mean? Please goal West Ham indeed. We just need it. Where is it? I saw something above that I need to reference. It's wakey time, big time, Michael. Good to see you, by the way, sir. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Ben Rama looks like he's going to come on. Looks like he's about to come on. Where is it? Where is it? You're ruining it. There it is, Deckers. Good to see you, sir. I hope you're well. Can you imagine my disorientation level AM when I've got no sleep and rest? We're playing at 2. Bro, preach. Preach. Oh, Baby Bell time. First shout of a Baby Bell potentially. If we get enough shouts, I'll put it in the chat. We'll put it in the chat. Yeah, preach, Deckers. I'm not going to lie to you. Right, throw in. All right, Brentford will come on. Sorry, Benrahma will come on. I'm intrigued to see who for. I would potentially. I don't know who it would be for me. My argument would be probably Lanzini, but nodded for from Norgard. We've got enough shouts for Baby Bells here. We've got a Bell. We've got a big boy Bell there. So I'll be lobbing that poll in the chat. If you think it is time for Bell, if we think we need the Bell, then get involved in that. We'll give you, I'll say until 56. Till 56. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel. Get your votes in. It's a democracy round here. You know, we don't just Bell needlessly. When the chat calls for Bell, we call it and we see what happens. But, you know, we'll see what happens. West Ham kind of passing it around. What do we want? Bells. When do we want it? More bells. It's a quiet vibe, but yeah, you get the idea. You get the idea. Bell. Love that. Fornell's trying to make a bit of space here. Does well. Souček's there just to play it in. It was into a dangerous area, but it was very easy for Aya to come out and get it. Again, you want Souček, the one putting it in there, just getting his head on it as opposed to being the one playing the ball in. Bemo looking out on the right-hand side, trying to find the overlap. Can't quite whipped in, but to absolutely no one. Fabianski's going to pick this one up. What have you got chucked in jail for? What have you done, Deckers? What have you done? $30 seconds left of the poll, just over. It's currently 79% yes. So if you think it's too early to bell, if you don't think it's bell time, make sure to get that in quickly. Although it feels like at this point maybe insurmountable lead. Everyone let Dabs know how the game's been so far. I would say poor, Dabs, for us from a West Ham perspective. But let everyone know. I'm Bell Rich, lads. Bell Rich. I can respect it, Luke. I can respect it. You're living it up. Living up the high life. Hooked, cleared away by Brentford. At the end of this passage of play, I'll pause the poll. But I will have to get up and run to the bell. That's the problem. Forgot to bring one in at halftime. I meant to bring one in and completely forgot still. Passing it around. Brentford trying to find a bit of space forward. West Ham sitting, but not really sitting well enough. I don't know. It just doesn't. Aya does well. And it's just hooked away by Issa Diop. And we'll end the poll there. The poll says 79% yes, 21% no. Thank you. If you got your vote in, I will be running to Bell at some point very soon. In fact, there's a substitute now. Saeed Benrahma is coming on for Manuel Lanzini, the substitute I would make. I'll leave you in the capable hands of Danny for just a split second. Just a split second. Give me 1 sec. Bell acquired, ladies and gentlemen. Bell acquired. Oh, I've almost killed him. Almost killed Danny as I sat back down. Right, let's get this bell in. Let's get this bell in, shall we? Let's bell it. Get that bell in the gob for luck. For those of you who don't know, we eat baby bells for luck around here. It's a thing. Don't ask questions. Throw into Brentford trying to play it in. Benrahma just trying to get forward. It's an easy tackle from Christian Eriksen, who's now trying to play it forward. leaning in a weird way to try and not get the rustle away from the mic. Hooked away by Fornals nicely into the path of Ben Rama. Played it to Antonio. Does well to cut inside here. Maybe a nice ball into Bowen. Can't quite get it there. Here we go. The silent snack. Paddy, how are you watching this? Well, Paddy, I'm currently in America, definitely in North Idaho. However, there are ways to watch the game if you need it. If you need it. Shout out to the Baby Bells being on there, by the way. Trust me, I've learned that lesson. Okay, I'll tell you that much for free. I've learned that lesson. Let's go. Let's go. I would go as far as they taste exactly the same. As someone who is currently in North Idaho, and I actually scratch that, the law is that I've brought some with me just in case. That's the law here. Let's not get deep into this. That's the law here. Oh, very vibey. Very vibey from you, chat today. Love that. Love that. Right. 60 minutes on the clock. Or near enough. 1-0 to Brentford. West Ham need to go through the gears a little bit here and step it up, because right now this is in danger of sort of just dying out into a very easy win for Brentford, a very accomplished win for Brentford. We made the right substitution, in my opinion, bringing on Ben Rama for Lanzini. That's what I would have done. I don't think Lanzini's been that good. I think he's been in interesting positions, but you know, I'm more concerned about the fact Ben Rama has instantly gone out onto the left-hand side and Fornal's gone central. I don't expect it to be any different, but I would have preferred Ben Rama to be in the middle. At this point, we need a little bit of something. We are getting a little bit more out of our area, a little bit, not by much, but a little bit. Passing the ball around now outside the area directly, which isn't a great example, but we are. Hopefully we can build upon that and get a goal. We have levels to go through here, because Sufal just instantly hounded by 3 separate Brentford players, and West Ham forced to go all the way back, and Fabianski with an awkward kick forward. Thankfully, West Ham win it in the end, but you know what I mean? Know what I mean? I'm in pain in like 4 different locations right now, which is probably a bad sign. Probably a bad sign. What are you doing in Idaho? Oh, I'm watching the game. I, of course, live in London, but when the game is not on legally in the UK, I have to go to Idaho to watch the match, you know? Oh, ball over the top, almost dangerous for Jarrod Bowen. Just a hooked ball there. There was nothing to be got from it, but just good work from Jarrod Bowen trying to make a situation happen. Now Brentford can come forward. The ball's with Mbemo on the right-hand side. He's got Ayer just ahead of him, who does pick up the ball, and Mbemo does well to find him. It's 3 people around him, and there's no one getting close, and the ball is for the back for Wissa. Fabianski comes out and does well, quickly, good stuff. Again, that's the sort of stuff that usually Areola does better than Fabianski, but he does really well there. Ben Rama wriggles round one challenge, plays it into the path of Fornals, and instantaneously West Ham slow down. Nice little 1-2 with Declan Rice, giving us opportunity. Rice, at the first time of any force there, just stops, does a full spin before laying it forward. Whipped into the box, though, by Pablo Fornals, but not even close. Not even close. It's an issue. Yeah, you know, that's what it is. HDU. He's a good lad. And he lets me stay. He goes, "Come over, mate. Come over, big." He goes, "Come over, big dog." That's what he says. He says, "Big dog." He says, "Big dog, come over. You know, come over, big dog." He says, "Come over." You know, and then I stay in his property just for the afternoon while I watch the game. We do the watch along. Good internet. Head back home. So when you see me on other things later on today, back home in North London, ball played forward by Brentford. They're charging forward here. Rico Henry finds Wissa out on the left hand side. He's got Ivan Toney in the center. He finds Rico Henry on the overlap once more. Plays it in, and Bemo at the far post hooks it back for Toney. 2-0 to Brentford. Ivan Toney gets the goal. We've been crap today, which is not good enough. Played out to the left-hand side. Wissa picks up the ball. Nice overlap from Rico. No one there to pick him up. Whipped into the box, and it wasn't even a good cross. It's just, if anything, to be honest with you, it's a bad cross from Rico Henry. And Mbemo at the far post just gets there ahead of anyone else and just puts it back into a secondary position. Shouldn't have any right to do it. And Ivan Toney in the center just peels in between Dawson and Diop. Neither of them pick him up. In space all the time, does well to get up and head of the ball. He does nice positioning, but it's so easy from Ivan Toney. But the rest of it from Brentford, they made it more difficult than they should have been for themselves. And it's just done. It's just done. 2-0 at this point, and there is zero chance of us getting back into this unless something changes now. There need to be significant changes right now, this second. Whether it is subs, whether it's a change of tactics, whatever it needs to be, something needs to change now. Because right now it's 2-0 to Brentford, and they are winning this at a canter. They are winning this at a canter. They barely have to work for it right now. We have sat deep in the entire half. We were so disgustingly defensive in that first half. And do you know what? In the first half, like we were talking about at halftime, it wasn't that much. Like if we came out in the second half and it was different, we vibed differently, we moved differently, fine, we deal with it. If you want to try and Vlasic is coming on, if you want to try and hold deep, hold it off and everything, it was kind of working. But let's not beat around the bush here. We weren't anywhere near good enough, right? This second half's come out the same, and they've just made us look like a bunch of mugs and a bunch of muppets. Antonio picks up a yellow card now. Pointless. And Antonio is the one who's coming off. It shows how bad he's been today, that he's actually getting subbed off. He never, ever comes off. And it shows how poor he's been today, that he's coming off. Especially in this second half. He's just not been at the races, and Vlasic just coming on in his place. God knows who plays up front. I would suspect Jarrod Bowen, but something needs to change right now. Right now. Good to see you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. Here we go. So who will play up front? I suspect it will be Jarrod Bowen. We had 2 shots today. Exciting. Dawson playing it back to Diop, and again just dawdling around at the back, just awkwardly moving, and Brentford are just pressing and harrying and pushing, and it's what it is. Pinged forward. Pinnock just under a little bit of pressure from Bowen, but not enough. Bowen's not close enough. Not on his fault. He's running for him, but it's just you know, it was just a punt upfield. It was never happening, was it? Ben Rama somehow fouls the Brentford player there, apparently. Not really sure how, but it is. I thought Antonio at times in the first half was holding the ball up relatively okay. He had a very difficult job in that first half where we were just sort of punting the ball at him and hoping it worked. We were just sort of booting it directly at him and going, yep, that's going to work. And it wasn't, right? And there were times where he was holding the ball up well, but most of the time it wasn't really happening for him. In his second half, he's been utterly pointless. Utterly pointless. Now, again, I think as Trini says here, yes, Antonio lost the ball in the initial ball, but defensively the rest of the team sucked for that goal. There is a heck of a lot of questions to be asked. You know, Geo often says, I hate quoting him because it makes him sound like he's right and he's always wrong. But Geo always says that, show me a goal, I'll show you an error. Mate, show me a goal, I'll show you a team who apparently just didn't give a crap, because that's what happened there. There were like 4 or 5 different opportunities to cut it out and just no one did. Good tackle by Sufal there. Frustrating, very, very frustrating. This has been a pointless game from West Ham. Second game now in a row where we face Brentford, and they've made it look so easy. They've made us look like, frankly, they've made us look a little bit like dickheads. And so we're going again. Back out to the left-hand side for Brentford, trying to work their way forward. Ericsson whips it in a very dangerous ball, pumped away by Fabianski. Just Tony hits it, blocked by Diop. Can't they get a second opportunity here? Brentford is pinged in, hit over by Mbemo, and a grand opportunity. It would have been difficult for him to score, to be fair. But Fabianski, West Ham are at 6s and 7s right now. It's played out wide, picked up by Christian Eriksen, who with on his left foot, his cross ins just straight at the goalkeeper. Fabianski, with the pace of the ball, just tries to hook it in. Wissa plays it into Ivan Toney, who hits it, it's deflected, it bounces around, hooked back across to Mbemo, who on the 6-yard box, don't get me wrong, I think it would have been difficult for him to take a snapshot at it like that, but it ends up going significantly over, and that's another let off for West Ham that should have been 3. That could have and maybe should have been 3. Brentford are making their first substitution. It's Janelt coming on for Jensen. Might be the other way around, ignore me. It's Janelt coming off for Jensen. I don't remember which way around I said it. One of the two. Do we even? Yeah, I think that's a fair point, Connor. This should have been, again, as I said before the game, this is one of those ones where on the list you have to tick it off as a dub, because if you're in any hope of getting European football, you have to tick it off as a dub. And we've not only have we not ticked it off as a dub, we've come nowhere even close to getting a goal in this game, let alone getting the win. We've barely held on for most of it. Foul, as clear as you like from Soufal there. Goes to kick it, completely misses it. Foot's very high. I get why the referee doesn't give it a yellow, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone had given him. I like Antonio, but he's not an accomplished footballer. He has awful technique. He's a big, strong athlete, nothing more. Certainly not a striker. I'm going to leave my opinion for now, Michael, but we'll talk about it deeper another time, but maybe on Two Spanners, One Hammer. Who knows? The Patreon exclusive podcast made just for you. Everyone can get involved. Patreon.com/chat. Who knows? Yeah. Declan Rice. That's a really nice ball for Ben Rama, who happens to be the furthest one forward. There's no one even close to him. Ben Rama has to do something special from here, and it's a good tackle from Ethan Pinnock, who was sort of struggling a little bit against Antonio, but does very well there. Ben Rama had a hell of a lot to do there. The ball through to him was excellent, but there was no one even close to Ben Rama. He was just by himself in the half, practically. It was insane to see. But anyway, we won a corner from it. Can't complain too much. Here comes the cross. Whipped in. Nodded across. Oh, fired across goal. Almost a goal from West Ham there. Played into the near post because we're idiots. And Thomas Souček arriving at the post almost managed to get onto it. I think it was Declan Rice who gets the initial header. Oh, it was Ethan Pinnock who got the initial header. It's going to be a goal kick. Should have been a corner, but well. Well. Brentford come again. Once more onto the breach come Brentford FC, making West Ham look like donkeys. Playing the ball around, Tony into path of Eriksen. Nice 1-2 with Wissa from Eriksen there. Good opportunity here. Just to be honest with you, Eriksen had no right to win that corner, but he does. He has Kufal and I think Jared Bowen. What was it, Jared Bowen? No, it was Vlasic just standing on top of him. And neither of them are that keen to tackle him, it seems. And Eriksen just managed to pass it off Kufal for a corner. Frustration. Here we go. Corner for Brentford out on the left-hand side. It's going to be Christian Eriksen to take it. Whipped in. Nodded away strongly. And then Ben Rama managed to get a second head on it, just getting it away. And again, as per usual, not a single West Ham player remotely in sight. Remotely in sight. Thankfully, Raya, who had all of the time and space on the ball possible, just tries to pump it as long as possible, and it goes straight out for a West Ham goal kick. But a little bit of something fresh. Good to see you. Hope you're well. How are you, sir? Hope you're good. Pringles crisps for me. Correct, GP. Thank you very much. The correct call. Crisps are Pringles are of course crisps. And if you say otherwise, you're just wrong. You're just wrong. The definition of madness: persisting with something that never changes. Antonio epitomizes this. I'm not doubting a commitment, but he is not he's not for quality. We do not want European football. Spurs invest cleverly in Jan. We do nothing. One of us is going for top 4. Not acceptable in typical West Ham. We've not even huffed or puffed. Nope, not even close to it. Not even close to it. Still. West Ham do have the ball, trying to do something here. Ben Rama trying to he just drifts inside, takes a pass one brilliantly with some step overs, takes a pass to second, sends him for dinner. Just trying to do something. One of the few players who looks lively right now. 1-2 if he found nice, but puts it in on his weak foot. Just again, he's finding space right now, but just not in the places you want him to. You want him to have that space in and around the D to try and create something. And do you know what? I'm willing to say it's not happening today. I'm willing to say it's not happening today. Bloodless, I don't disagree with you, but to who? Like, we need Souček in there, but that requires him being further forward. We need Antonio in there, but he's been trashed and is never in the box anyway. Like, I agree with you. Don't get me wrong, 100%. Just do something. Just try and at least work the ball into the box in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's a cross or a pass or even running into the box, I don't really give a shit at this point. Just get into the box. It's like... I think that's a fair point. Just keep putting it in. Eventually, it will happen. I don't disagree with that. Tuna fish coming through with a strong poop. Yeah. Yeah. Trust me. I know it's an issue, bro. It's an issue. Every time I come here, not a Greg's in sight. Sometimes I have to bring a steak bake from home sometimes, just in case. At best, you go to the English shop and you get a Ginsters, but it's not the same. Not the same. You know what I mean? Pepper steak's great at times, but it's not what we need. Anyway, Leon will be loving watching this, won't he? Pinged over the top, nodded away from West Ham's defence once more. It's a Diop collecting the ball, playing it back to Aaron Cresswell. Sufal. Is that stat correct? He just said a stat, which sounded insane. Let me double check that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 wins from 9. It's not good enough, is it? 4 wins and 4 losses from 9 and a draw. And that's the... Yes, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Do you know what? I tried a cheese and onion. Where we're at, people. I tried the cheese and onion bake from Greg's the other day. It's not bad, you know. Not bad. Never had one before. Not bad. Not bad. Vlasic on the ball, trying to find some space, but again, just crowded out by 3 separate Brentford players and forced to go backwards. Thankfully, he works it to 4 now as he pings a beautiful ball over the top, looking for Ben Rama, and it's finding a header. Finding a header. Oh, 3.2. And I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to join the Discord, say you wanted to look for stream links, or if you just wanted to vibe having conversations about what the hell this game's been, I would recommend it. It's in the description below. You know, there's places you can find the stream as well if you want to watch the game, because of course it's not legally not in the UK, but there we go. It exists. It exists. And Mbemo coming off, Canos coming on. his goal today, a brilliant goal, to be fair. An absolutely banging goal. An absolutely banging goal. Have we had a shot yet? That's a great question. We'd had 2 in the first half. Have we had any more than that? We've had 3. We've had 3. 1 on target. 1 shot on target, ladies and gentlemen. Against Brentford. We vibe. Yeah, just always trying to recruit me. Played forward, looking for the pass, can't get it, but Ivan Toney gets there. Craig Dawson just comes and says no. Big old bit of collateral. Dawson, Fabianski, Toney all colliding at once, it felt like. I think, to be honest, Ivan Toney looks okay. Ivan Toney looks the most okay out of the 2. He's sort of looking at the ref and whatever, but a big collision with all 3 people. The ball through. The touch is a little bit heavy from Dawson, does well there. It was a heavy touch from Ivan Toney in the middle of the park, looking to find a little bit of space, and Dawson just comes through and clears the ball. Sliding challenge, but as he does it, collides massively with Fabianski, and Ivan Toney gets a little bit caught in between the 2. Big collision. Good football stuff. Good football stuff. You know what I mean? That's some good football right there. Just a bunch of men colliding and they all just having a handshake. Good work. Good work, lads. Good work. I don't know what this bit is. I'm going to stop it now. Whipped into the box. Headed away from the corner from Brentford. Jensen tries to hook it back towards goal. Nowhere even close is going to be a goal kick to West Ham. We'll take that. Bobby. Bobby. I'm glad you're happy, mate. I really am. I really am. I would say not to spam. I know that's literally why you're here. As much as I'm enjoying the all caps insanity of what you're saying, as much as I am enjoying it, I would say not to spam. But you're having a wild old time, and I kind of don't want to stop your vibe. But if you do carry on spamming, I will have to. But my God. My God. Aya does well to collect the ball there and just clears it away. 10 minutes to go. Can West Ham do literally anything in this game? Vibe says no, but we'll see what happens. Wade out wide to Ben Rama here. Lays it short quickly into Fornals. Can't quite find it. Hooked forward. Tony, it was a nice attempt, but Dawson just takes it away from him. As clean as you like. Clean as you like from Craig Dawson there. Played forward from Declan Rice now to the path of Fornals. Out wide to Ben Rama. Tries to work it in. Finds Declan Rice instead. Played once more into Declan Rice. Looking for a bit of space. There's just no one. Just show for it. Create some space, West Ham. Don't just create a space backwards or sideways. Create some space that's interesting. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Played short for Fornals. Souček. A very, very overhit pass looking for Fornals. And it's out for an goal kick. Bobby, I can stop you from going on about this by banning you, bro. That's why I'm giving you the opportunity not to. I'm giving you the opportunity, Bobby, to troll longer, right? But you're not playing it smart, my friend. What you're doing right now is you're getting all your bit in now, which is fine. The spike is nice, right? But you want a nice long tail on it, right? And right now you're going to get that, and it's just never going to happen again. Whereas you could have a nice prolonged troll, you know? Different levels to this game, but right now you're not showing that, sir. You're not right now. You're the West Ham of trolls. There's levels to this game, and you could be going to them, but you're just not. Instead, you're going, let's just do this over and over again. I'm going to give you one last chance. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to give you that chance, though. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Anyway, fair HD. Fair. Played forward. Brentford passing the ball around. They just feel like they have more options on the ball every time they have it, you know? And they have more options in interesting positions, and they're more willing to try and find them. Whereas they also played longer balls. They played the long balls, right? It's not like they don't do it. It's not like they don't play long balls and we just play long balls, right? Like, they do that, but they do it much smarter. They don't just punt it. They sort of play like a lofted pass. You know, they're not just punting it into sort of space like we are. Have we been much better since Antonio went off? Maybe a little bit, but not by much, if we're being completely honest about it. I don't know. Declan Rice on the ball. Got just over 6 minutes of the game left. Fornals hits it across. Looking for Benram. I can't quite find it. Okay, Bobby, look, I warned you. Bobby, I'm going to give you one last chance, right? Instead of blocking you, I'm just going to time you out for 5 minutes, right? Come back in 5 minutes. You know, it'd be a minute to go in the game by that point. We'll see if you changed your vibe. See if you changed the tactics. Changed your vector of approach on the troll. So I'm going to give you one. I blocked you for 5 minutes. Come back. Work our way from there, bro. We can do it together. We can do it. Oh, in. Oh, so check goes down. There's a maybe answer. I doubt it. I'm not going to act like I think it was, to be honest. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Disappointing that we haven't tested their 5'10" goalkeeper, to be honest. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Just kick it at him, really. It's the way I would recommend it. How many shots on target? It was 1. Let me have a double check. Wisa has Ivan Toney on the overlap, instead finds Christian Eriksen. Maybe a little bit of space to hit that. He takes it a little bit too far. Brentford passing it around in the box, trying to find a bit of space. Whipped in. Cleared away from Craigie D. Yeah, still just the 1 shot on target. Still just the 1 shot on target. Free kick to West Ham. Right, come on. Come on, boys. We can do this. 5 minutes to go. Literally anything I would take at this point. Give me a goal. Give me a vibe. Give me literally anything. You're not the king of trolling, bro. You're just not. Bobby, you don't know who you're talking to, sir. You know? In the words of Andrew Neil, if only you knew how stupid what you just said was, you wouldn't have said it. I'm just saying. Don't try me, Bobby. There's levels to this game, sir. And you ain't it. Anyway, played out wide. Brentford go for it. Brentford go for it. Although I do appreciate your excitement and coming back into the chat. I do very much enjoy that. Again, not quiet, but still. We can't, no. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, no. Like I say, we've got 4 minutes left now, and it's just... We're not going to come close in this game. We're not going to come close. It is what it is. Make sure to stick around because we'll get a full match breakdown, of course, from Geo Gonzo in just a few moments. Once this match is over, they'll both jump on and have their match review and talk about it blow by blow and talk about really what went wrong today and what went right. So make sure to stick around for that. And if you haven't already liked the video, you know, there's over 400 of you in it. This is the baby bells working. An absolute madness in my stomach. There's over 400 of you in here right now. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. We're at 393 right now. So we very much definitely can get over the 400 mark before the end of this game. If we just that little spurt at the end, and we'll manage to be able to get there. Hit from range from Canos easily into the hands of Fabianski there. So many negative ninnies who hung and moaning. Bad day at the office. Move on. Bad day at the office. Is anyone in the office? It's a good question. It's a good question. Yeah, actually, Bobby, when you're making your new accounts to try and troll me some more and failing, could you do me a favor? Just keep liking the video. Because I know you have to subscribe every time you want to with one of your fake accounts too. Again, you've come up against someone who you're not going to win this game, sir. I'm sorry. You've tried to step to the big dog here, and you've lost, right? So every time you go to your next account, right, and then you have to resubscribe to actually comment again. Which, thanks for that, by the way, we appreciate it. Could you like it while you're there as well? Because we will get over 400 if you do. Oh, we're at 415. Bobby, bless you, Bobby. Everyone say thank you, Bobby, in chat, please. Can everyone just thank Bobby? I appreciate it if you could. Just say thank you, Bobby. We appreciate that one. I've just realized that one shot on target. The commentator just said it was the Socek header, the one that just went straight to goalkeeper. Jesus Christ. There you go. Thank you, Bobby. Cheers, Bobby. Appreciate it. If there's one person I trust in here, it's MJF. Let's be real about it. Come on now. Oh, you tried, Bobby. You tried. Unfortunately, you failed. You failed. Bye, Bobby, Bobby, bye, Bobby, bye, Bobby. Oh, stress. When you have a peek through attitude, moaning will undoubtedly happen. Are you people not sick of pointless excuses, can't get the right players? Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. I also think you're allowed to complain about this match without complaining about the whole season or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Thursday's a completely different thing, of course. Remember to come back on Thursday because we'll be live all throughout the Lyon game, by the way. Huge game in West Ham's history. So make sure to stick around for that and we'll get involved with that. But we're allowed to complain about it. It's Thursday, we go again. It's a different situation, right? We step into a different way. We step into you know what I mean? So it's a different thing. It's been a bad game, and we don't have to act like it hasn't been. You know, we could say it was crap, and then we can move on Thursday and have a different vibe. But right now, it has been crap. 3 minutes of stoppage time to play. 3 minutes of stoppage time to play, and it's 2-0 Brentford. It's very much 2-0 Brentford. Thanks for hosting. Hope you enjoyed the potatoes. Thank you very much, Scott, for coming. I appreciate it, bro. I 100% appreciate it. Squad isn't big enough and is lacking quality, yeah. It's an L. Brentford fans chanting, "Are you Chelsea in disguise?" What an L. What an L, ladies and gentlemen. West Ham playing it out the last 2 minutes to go of stoppage time, playing the ball around, trying to find a bit of space. I respect it, bro. I respect it. I'm just really tough. You know? I'm just a big scary guy. 4 nows for the corner for West Ham. Late on this game, can we get a goal? Whipped in from the right-hand side. Headed away. Ben Rama just outside it. Tries to create a bit of space. Hits it. Oh, hits the top. I think it was in a netting. Was it the bar? I think it deflects off one of the Brentford players. It just hits off the bar. He gets through 2 players. Hits it. I think it deflects. And it does just hit the top of the netting. Hits off the top of one of the Brentford players and goes out. Here we go. Secondary corner. It's going to be 4 nows to take it. From the left-hand side. Whipped in. To that near post. Raya just punches it. Because apparently we thought that near post this time. I know every other time it hasn't worked. But this time that was definitely going to work. Like, if we put it into the near post this time, it's definitely going to work. I know it hasn't literally every other time in history, but this time it worked. Anyway, Ben Rama trying to take the ball forward. He's done stuff in this game. It's just no one else has. Being honest about it, that's kind of where we're at, you know? Gives a new vibe to the word wrecking ball. I came in like a wrecking ball. In many ways. In just many, many ways. Fourth spot is gone. Going to struggle for top 6 now. We'll see how it goes. There is the full-time whistle, and it is a deserved 2-0 win for Brentford. It's a shame. It's a shame, but it is what it is. Hopefully Thursday is a different story. We come at it with a different vibe, different effort. Tough one, very much tough one. Hopefully we show up Thursday. Have a good one all. That's the vibe, right? That's the vibe. We've sucked today. It happens. Thursday's a different thing. You know, we can step. This is a team who we've not done well against in the season at all. Thursday, different vibe, different atmosphere, different levels, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I appreciate it. Let me just double check to make sure we have the review ready, which we do, in fact. So, everyone, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it very, very much. Remember, if you haven't already, only vibes at this point. Exactly, Mr. Friedman. Only vibes. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit that bell notification, because we do watch-alongs live every single match day on this channel. I've only missed one in 2 years, and that was in December 2020. For 16 months, I have not missed a game. So make sure, if you haven't already, to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on Thursday's watch-along. Everything else to come past that. Like the video if you haven't already, although a hell of a lot of you have. We're at 424. So thank you very much for that. That's a huge number. So thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Go forth, watch the review, find out what went wrong. Until then, come on, you irons, and we'll see you later. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Bobby. Cheers, Bobby. Bye, everyone.